Who's in the simulation now?
Yeah.
Wait, Ahmed.
Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Holy takes it all the way. Bryant for the win.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to your favorite sports podcast, Shirts versus Skins. We are coming back at you guys today with another episode. Specifically in today's episode, we got a lot of hype topics going on. We got the Royal Rumble that just went down. We got some footy back in action. There was a small break, with AFCON, with the Asian Cup, but league matches starting once again. Other than that, the NBA All-Star list just came out, so I know we're excited to talk about that. I'm actually curious, before we actually go into the All-Stars specifically, did the Knicks and Heat have how many All-Stars? I'm assuming the Knicks had 2. The Heat had what, 1? Just Bam?
1.
Just Bam.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, just Bam, but Jimmy would have made it if he actually took the regular season list.
Yeah. But he does that every year, so.
Right.
Yeah. So, as per usual, we're going to start off our episode with One and Now. Are we sticking with that name, One and Now? The content.
Now.
One and Now. Oh, shit, Jinxie. Okay. So, let's talk about it. First of all, what we have here is brand new news that just came out. Let's talk about it. Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes for Ferrari. All right. That's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. That's actually, we should have dedicated a whole topic to it, but I think this is a perfect way to start the episode. Lewis Hamilton going to Scudetta Ferrari in Italy. What are you thinking? Tika, what are you thinking? I know you like him. I know you like Mercedes as a result of him, I'm pretty sure.
Right,
so
yeah. Well, I like Mercedes in general. Mercedes cars, the company. It's just I like that. But obviously, the F1 team. I became a fan of F1 because of Lewis Hamilton. I think he's the greatest of all time. I think he was robbed that last race against Max Verstappen. We know what day that was, December 12th. It still hurts my heart that day. But nevertheless, Lewis Hamilton, after the 2024 season, will be joining Ferrari. What I think about it, this was in the rumor mill for a while now. I remember, like even last year, they were talking about he might be going Ferrari. I think it's understandable from both sides. I mean, Ferrari wanted Lewis Hamilton for a while now. I mean, who doesn't want Lewis Hamilton? But Ferrari, in the history behind that team, everybody knows about Ferrari's F1 team, Schumacher, Fernando Alonso when he was there, Vettel. There's legends across the board.
Across the board.
Across the board, the big three. Part of the big three of the history of F1. And they've been lacking these last couple of years. They're sleeping giant in the sense of they are, like I said, one of the big three teams in the history of F1, but they haven't won in a while. Obviously, they have I believe the car is great that they have. I mean, we could see it last year. They did compete at least with Red Bull. Obviously, we know what super ship they got out there with Max Verstappen in the helm of that one, but
The
they
GOAT.
got a decent car. Well, he's definitely not the GOAT.
He's on that path, if we're being honest. He's on that path.
I mean,
Although
I think it's to talk about how Lewis Hamilton had the best car, but nobody says it about Max Verstappen when it's more actually like more evident now that he has a better car.
it is more unbalanced. I'll say that.
Definitely so more unbalanced than when it was Lewis Hamilton. I mean, the new rule changes that they've had, at least Red Bull have definitely took advantage of that, which is like people can make the case, oh, why aren't the other teams doing well? Blah, 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 whatever. That's not the case. The case is that Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari is something that's so huge in the sense that it's the history, plus you're getting the greatest of all time. And if Lewis Hamilton could go to Ferrari and can win a title, a world championship, and break Schumacher's record in Ferrari, that's just like cements him as the greatest ever. It sucks for Mercedes because I'm a still Mercedes fan, even though, like I said, Lewis Hamilton made me a fan. I'm gonna still stick with Mercedes, but they have a lot to have to work on. I mean, I definitely do think a reason why Lewis Hamilton left was because the new engineering for the cars have not lived up to expectation that Lewis Hamilton have done. And even last year in the season, ever since George Russell has come on board, I think Mercedes have actually like reduced Lewis Hamilton's like role
hundred
in the
percent.
sense that 100%. I've
They
seen a
don't
lot of
support him. They don't support Lewis
know.
Hamilton as a outright number one option.
Yeah.
Same way
Right.
Red Bull would support Max Verstappen. It's like we see it time and time again. They tell Checo back off or relax or do this or do that because they want Verstappen to win. Even if Checo could have won this season too, most likely. You know what I mean? If they put him as the number one guy.
But obviously,
Versus you have a young dude like George Russell, and you have a proven GOAT, right?
right.
Like Lewis Hamilton.
In a sense, but yeah.
Like, dude, let Lewis Hamilton continue to lead. See, now you're losing him as a result of lack of focus on Lewis Hamilton. And you can't blame Lewis Hamilton. I think that's the most important thing to note here. You cannot blame Lewis Hamilton for leaving Mercedes.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I think also Mercedes have not lived up to the expectations of the last couple of years. Like I said about the engineering of the cars, a lot of their top guys have left them, and I think that's just that's just where Mercedes is heading now. Mercedes were in the forefront of F1 for many years. Now they're lacking. The new rule changes, they definitely have not adjusted to it as well as other teams. You could look at Red Bull, like I said, Ferrari themselves. I think Ferrari's car is great. It's just the coaching that they have. Honestly, they self-sabotage more than the car itself. And you see Leclerc, obviously he's great.
You could argue 2 seasons ago, Leclerc literally got title taken away from him, in my opinion.
For sure. I
Derailed.
mean, at least contending. I don't think title entirely because I think Max Verstappen was just so much better than everybody. He's like a well-oiled machine. But Ferrari have self-sabotaged. But what I think is great about bringing a guy like Lewis Hamilton on board is that, guess what? He can coach himself. He makes such great adjustments. He says he actually talks to Mercedes themselves and tells them, yo, what we should do. And bringing in a guy like that, the only thing I think is worrying about Lewis Hamilton going Ferrari is that how's the relationship between him and Leclerc going to be? These are the two top guys. Now they're going to have to share the spotlight at Ferrari. I mean, would Leclerc be able to take a step back, or would Lewis Hamilton actually take the step back? You never know. I don't think Lewis Hamilton is going to Ferrari to be the number 2 guy. It's not going to happen. He's there to go to be the number 1 guy. It depends how long he's going to be there. I do think the way it goes, if Lewis Hamilton wins number 8, I think he retires there. But you never know. Maybe he wants to make that record a little larger, widen the gap. But it's shocking in the sense that I didn't think it would happen, but there was a possibility. But when you look at all the signs, it makes sense. And
ironic that you say you look at all the signs.
Right.
Carlos Sainz is gone, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I wonder what's going to happen with him, and I wonder what's going to happen with the Mercedes seat.
I think the rumor is that the new Audi team that's coming in, I think there's a relationship between Audi and Sainz's dad.
But they come next year, so he's gonna sit out for a year?
Are they coming next year?
2026, I believe, is the goal. I believe.
Well, then it kind of makes sense. I mean,
I don't know. Sitting out for a year is questionable.
It is. But I mean, I don't know who would take him.
Yep, 2026.
It'd be a team but it would be such a downgrade from Ferrari to wherever he's gonna go. I think it makes sense to go to Ferrari to Audi because it's like Audi's a big. We don't know what they're gonna be, obviously.
Yeah.
But Audi is not like a Alpine or Williams or one of the lower tier teams in F1, but
they are German engineering. Deutschland.
Right, exactly. Right.
Absolutely pivotal German engineering. But question, do you like Mercedes? Because, are you, from Albania or something, bro?
I definitely think it definitely,
it influences you in some way. 100%.
But obviously I love Ferrari in the sense that, it's the history behind that team. And it's actually pretty dope that Lewis Hamilton's there. I will be rooting for them for sure. That Lewis Hamilton is there now. Also like McLaren. I mean, I'm a big fan of McLaren. I just don't think they lived up to their expectations as well, considering everything and drives that they have. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting. Hopefully this year, because the last couple years, like I mean, Max Verstappen hasn't even made it like enjoyable.
It's
know,
not watchable, to be honest. It's not.
It's
And
really not. I mean,
try
you
to.
can still enjoy it. Really, you can still enjoy it looking at who finishes second and third. I don't really. I remember when Max Verstappen didn't race once, and bro, that was the most exciting race I've seen in so long. I remember it was Chico, Hamilton, Leclerc going at it, all three. Man, that shit was exciting. Even when Hamilton was winning all these championships, there was still a level of like, okay, maybe Lewis can lose here or there, but now with Max Verstappen, it's like not entertaining at all. But I think it's gonna be great. I think it'll work out well for Lewis Hamilton. I think it'll work out well for Mercedes as well. I mean, if they can go and get somebody to replace him, obviously you're not gonna replace Lewis Hamilton, but you can get a guy like Alex Albon. I think that's gonna be good. They have a kid.
Antonelli?
Kimi Antonelli, he's a prodigy that they say. He's already at F2 right now.
They're probably
at
gonna
18
let
years
Mick
old.
Schumacher take the wheel for like first year. I think I can see
You're
it.
you're a big Mick fan. But,
He's
I mean,
yeah.
I
I'm telling you,
I
I'm a Haas fan because they're American, you know. So watching him, I really think he got a lot of shtick for them building a shit vehicle. He was a good driver.
The car was pretty trash, that's for sure. But I
He
mean,
had
the guy that
accidents here and
I
there.
forgot. I forgot who was his teammate. He was doing
Magnussen.
pretty decent.
No,
Magnussen
but
pretty decent with the
yeah,
car.
but it's such a it's
I know
a game
I
of
would
situations.
I would like Mick to be somebody, but it's a tough sport. F1's tough, man.
It is.
If you gotta be, he's a dog eat dog world. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. Let's move
listen-
on because Ahmed seems like he's about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know.
Ahmed,
He's
what's
ready.
your favorite? What's your favorite F1 team?
Say it again.
What's your favorite F1 team?
I actually don't even follow F1.
Mazda.
But
I don't
BMW.
listen.
It would probably be like what do you call it? Like the Red Bull fellas,
Yeah.
Red Bull. Fair enough.
Max Verstappen.
You know,
Yeah.
yes.
He's 24 years
That-
old and he's already doing the things he does.
He's a beast,
best
bro.
guys.
I
But,
support.
I just don't. I'm never gonna support him as like I just can't stand him. But he's great. I can respect him as a driver, but I just
But I will
Something
say
about
this, as like beyond the casual, like not even a fan of the sport, just like a fan of sports, and like Lewis Hamilton is a guy that like transcends the sport. I think like he's known around. Like if you're a sports fan, you are aware of Lewis Hamilton,
right.
and like you saw that today or whenever the news came out, like his news
Right.
broke the entire news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
Everyone found out.
Ferrari. I'm like, is Ferrari like the top dogs?
Top
Well,
three.
they're the top dogs in terms of like history. Like they're the biggest like historical
Even-
team.
Even
but,
last
I
season though, so 2 seasons ago they were really decent. Like they were
Yeah.
on Red Bull's backs.
Don't they have like,
besides,
a Spanish
like,
guy or something?
They have Charles Leclerc, who is I was about to say Moroccan from Monaco.
Monaco, which is
But
hilarious.
they were good 2 seasons ago. Charles Leclerc really looked like he could do something, but like 6 races in, Ferrari fucked up pretty much.
yeah, there
uh,
was a lot of
So it's between them and Mercedes, the number 2 spot. But there's still
Well,
a wide
Mercedes-
gap. Wait, didn't McLaren
Yeah.
finish third?
I'm
no.
not too sure.
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
But McLaren was looking positive at the end there
But
too.
Ferrari have been pretty decent in the last couple
Yeah,
years. They just
they
like
have.
make a lot of poor decisions in terms of like strategic stuff.
Yeah,
And, stuff. The
and
cars suck.
like forgetting wheels for pit stop crew and all that.
right, just
um,
stupid shit that like so dumb.
I just want to say, man, what a testament! Like, not to like boast or nothing, but what a testament to how good Shirts versus Skins is. That is how you talk about a sport that you really don't follow. Cause like,
Right.
have you guys seen the clips of Stephen A. talking about like MMA and stuff? It's
yeah,
like
it's-
horrendous, and then you hear Met talking about F1, and it's like valid input, completely valid
Yeah,
input.
it's just fair. I mean, because it's like
get
he
Stephen A.
doesn't
off the
try-
airwaves.
Oh yeah, for sure. We would do so 1,000 times better. But like, I mean, Ahmed doesn't act like he knows. You know, Stephen A. tries to think like, yeah, I
Even
know.
if,
this.
bro,
Like even me, bro.
Stephen
I'm
A.
a
said,
I'm a casual for sure. I'm like maybe above a casual, but I love the sport and I love Lewis Hamilton, so I know a little bit about him.
No, yeah, Stephen A. When it comes to like mixed martial arts,
Oh, no,
he's
he's
to like
I
bro,
remember
even
the
boxing, even
first.
boxing.
I don't know, Ahmed, if you remember the first MMA card under ESPN, and it was which one was
That
it
was
the
like Henry
Henry
Cejudo
Cejudo?
versus
Henry
T.J.
Cejudo
Dillashaw.
versus TJ Dillashaw, and this guy was right next to Joe Rogan talking MMA, bro. And my head wanted to like explode, bro. I'm like, bro, what is he even talking? And you can see Joe Rogan's face. Joe Rogan's
Yeah,
face is like,
100%.
yeah.
Whatever. Listen, shout out Stephen A. You know, he chose between what is it, Charmander? I don't even know his name. Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. He chose the right one. The fire one.
Charmander.
Yeah, fire one's way cooler. So at least he knows about Pokemon.
At least that, right?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Before we go on to our next topic, we are gonna talk WWE later, but we also do want to talk about this right now. Some pretty hot news just this last week. Vince McMahon resigning from WWE, UFC parent company TKO after the allegations. Now, just to give some background, Vince McMahon accused of some really nasty, disgusting stuff. Like, I'm not even going to get into the specifics. If you want to look into it, it's
FBI.
I don't
shit.
recommend it. It's nasty. What'd you say, Ahmed?
FBI shit, bro.
Bro, insane. And listen, I'm just gonna give my thoughts real quick. Vince McMahon is very well known as a piece of shit. I'm not surprised at all that these things are coming out. I'm glad that, listen, give the guy his due where in the fact that he built up the WWE, but I'm so glad that they're moving on from him. I really am. Because first of all, if these are true, and they most likely are true because these aren't the first accusations, and he's been caught up in lawsuits before and shut down people with non-disclosures, whatever.
Right.
This is horrible, right? Like what I read was crazy. And then not only that, it's just he's past his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm glad. It sucks that this is what it took to further him away. I'm glad that it did further him away. I'm glad it came out to further him away. You know, you obviously feel for the victim in this case. You hope that any scum involved in this gets tossed. I'm interested to see what happens with Brock Lesnar, because they're saying, you know, he was named as someone that Vince McMahon tried to use the victim to persuade Brock Lesnar to come back. But people are saying Brock Lesnar didn't really like get into the deal, like he didn't use. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But I think anybody involved in this was nasty stuff. Hopefully, you know, as we see, the WWE without Vince McMahon in total control has been so positive. Triple H is just a monster. He's great. So yeah.
My thoughts on it. I mean, you can go about this so many different ways. I mean, you look at Vince McMahon, and when I was younger, like the shit that they would like put out there, I didn't really think much
Still
about
there right now.
it. It was just, I mean, depends. There's
No,
certain
I'm
things
saying,
that
like-
they. What do you mean?
Like you can go back right now and watch.
For sure, yeah. You
every
can go
single
on like the WWE Network or YouTube or whatever. Just go look at it. Like when I was growing up, I was thinking like this is a product of the era. You know, the way we grew up. Like there were certain things that you were able to do that you wouldn't do today. So I never really thought anything about it. When you get older and you actually dive more deeper into the wrestling business and what happens backstage, you realize that this is what really embodies the WWE. I say this all the time about Vince McMahon. He is the best and worst thing that ever happened to wrestling. And like I said before, this is what embodied the WWE throughout the whole Vince McMahon era. Sexual assault, harassment, bullying, steroid use, not really protecting the wrestler from themselves or in the ring. There's a lot of controversy in the WWE throughout the history. And I think, like I said, there's so much good that Vince McMahon did. He is the reason why the WWE is where it is right now in terms of a global brand, in terms of us actually watching it growing up, actually enjoying the product. He was a big part of that. But I think in terms of where we are heading as a society. As everybody's becoming more sensitive. I don't want to say sensitive, tolerant, and stuff like that because people can use those words of like, those are like soft shit.
Yeah, not only that, but like
But
not
we
to
need to
twist
be
it. It's not like this stuff would have been fine 20 years
right.
ago either. This shit is
mean,
nasty
right,
regardless.
right,
You
right,
got
right, right.
Don't get me wrong. It would have flew under the radar 20 years ago because
Yeah,
that's what happened. Like this is
yeah.
not the only case in WWE. I hope
No,
people
definitely
understand
not.
that.
No, this is I
But
seen a video of like in 1992 where there's this like old former employee that didn't have sexual relations with a vice president and he got fired.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
it's
This has
not,
been happening
yeah,
for a very long time, but this is what I'm trying
and
to
it's always
say
been
about
dog
Vince McMahon.
shit.
So with all these stuff coming out, people would like to say, "Oh, let's give him the benefit of the doubt." I don't. I don't, Vince McMahon. I really don't. I think a lot of listen, there's certain things in the story which is like weird. I don't really want to dive deep into it because we're not gonna give out a whole, an analyzation of what the fuck was in there. People can do their own research. I really am not comfortable talking about that. But you can look at the history and be like, okay, that's understandable. With a new ownership, with TKO coming in, it made sense for them to get rid of him. Obviously, I think in terms of negotiations, Vince McMahon probably put certain clauses in there where he's protected himself to have some say in some areas. I mean, when they opened when The Rock was named into the board in Wall Street when they were like ringing the bell to start the stock market, Vince McMahon was there. You know, a day later, obviously we know what happened, and it's crazy when you think about all these stuff. And I think just they need to wipe the slate clean. When you're a new ownership group and you're coming here, set the standard, set the environment that you want going
Yeah.
forward. And I
Yeah.
think that's. I think we're not done
100%.
with this. I think this might open up a floodgate of new information. Maybe more people will be involved. We don't know.
Yeah.
This could possibly be something that can turn out a little bit bigger than what
Yeah.
it is right now, or it can be what it is.
I always thought
But at
John
the end of the day,
Laurinaitis looked like a cunt.
I think a
I
lot
don't
of
like
those guys actually look like a cunt, bro. If we're being honest, and
Yeah.
when you're a guy in a position of power, sometimes they abuse it. They do.
Yeah.
You know what I
Ahmed?
mean? So
Opinions?
Yeah, I mean, I think like you guys pretty much said everything. I will say this: I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked.
right.
Almost like I was almost waiting for this, and I don't know if you guys heard that
Bro.
like this was already settled, and I believe like there was like a $3 million payout,
Right.
right?
Right.
And,
But
and
he
Vince
didn't pay
paid
her, right?
no
Or
Vince
did
paid up to 1 million, and after that he
Oh.
stopped paying. Then
It's
then
just like,
the
what do you expect?
victim came out, and then obviously all this new stuff came out. What I will say
Just
is that Triple H is obviously now at the head of the table.
Haha! Cheeky!
But
Cheeky!
but like
how you play the game.
he's been like the quote unquote prince and the next guy for a while. So anything that
Right.
happens, especially like behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure Triple H was involved. And I'm not, I'm not putting him in this, and I'm not like
I don't blame you.
like
That's a fair.
accusing him.
No, that's a
accusing him,
fair.
but-
That's a fair. Statement.
But they
to make.
will.
I
I'm
mean,
saying they will come after him as well. Like like he will
It
not
depends
be
if he-
just some regular.
Right.
Like he wasn't like Fandango back then. No, he was a
Right.
legit
I mean,
superstar who
sh-
knew exactly what was going
Well,
on.
that was his father-in-law. I mean, we should
Exactly,
also know
that's what I'm
that
saying.
there was a
The
certain
prince guy.
relationship that he had with him that other people didn't. Obviously,
And he
go ahead.
ran D-Generation X, bro. That's like the
Right.
closest thing to like that's the most
Right.
controversial thing WWE's ever put out. So
I will say this though.
I don't know about
I will
that.
say this though about things like that. Triple H,
Right.
we also need to say, even though he was in that circle, that doesn't mean he partaked in it,
Of course.
nor did he have any power to actually do anything about it. To
absolutely.
be honest, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that trust me. You can go look at everything. People are saying they knew it was going on, but what the hell could they have done? Obviously, with the new regime and people like this, there's a certain level of, you can do things about it now.
Yeah.
because he's not there.
And-
He does not as powerful as he was before.
And Triple H has power now. And let's not act like he wasn't part of that decision to get, Vince out of there. Triple H has been part of getting Vince out of there with Stephanie McMahon, I believe, too. I'm pretty sure she distanced herself
And
from him on
At
purpose.
least for the last 10 years.
So I definitely think
also
absolutely right what both of you are saying.
Also, Nick Khan, he's definitely without a doubt, which is crazy that I did not know. Do you know Nick Khan and The Rock are actually childhood friends?
Really?
How
I
crazy
did
is
not
that?
know this.
And
That's
now
crazy.
Who's on the board of directors? The
Wow.
Rock. So
That's crazy. That's actually
It is
crazy.
very crazy. But this is stuff like if you really want to dive deep into it, like it's a House of Card, Game of Thrones style thing where people are killing each other, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Nick Khan and dudes like that intentionally went out to try and sabotage Vince McMahon. This is what the business world is, if we're really honest.
It's
But
possible.
Oh, yeah,
And
like the timing and stuff was like
timing is very weird.
crazy.
The timing.
you want to hear something else that's crazy? Supposedly. I'm saying supposedly because I haven't fact checked it, but I did read about it. Ari Emanuel, the CEO of TKO Group, supposedly was really, really pissed off about this because actually I'm pretty sure his daughter worked in the WWE headquarters where this stuff was happening. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. So I heard he was really pissed off because supposedly if he would have known about this stuff before, he would
He would have been.
second
been
thought. Yeah, he would have second thought the investment.
Oh wow. Yeah, that
So,
makes sense.
I'll fact
that
check
makes
it right now, as a matter of fact.
Or
but,
I
yeah.
mean, or
Saudi Arabia would've
Vince
came in, so.
McMahon. Yeah, man, I'm okay with TKO. I mean, I think they kept Triple H. In,
No, the merge with
position.
UFC makes sense. So.
Yeah. Both entertainments, combat in a sense. I mean,
Dana and
obviously
Triple
UFC,
H.
them.
That's gonna
Right. Right. It's gonna be great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because it's kind of a nasty like shadow on the WWE. But people need to understand that was the past. Vince McMahon, we knew as a fan base, as people that have watched the WWE for a while, we knew that Vince McMahon was not him. We were not parading him. We knew that he needed to go. Obviously, a lot of it had to do with the actual booking itself, creative and stuff like that. But I think we just needed to move past him. And if this was the unfortunate circumstance, which he can get kicked out, it is what it is. Hopefully for the lady to the woman or the female or
The
whoever been
victim.
affected, that they get
Yeah.
the victim. That's a good way, proper way of saying it. The victim, she can get her justice. I hope.
Hopefully, for real.
Or anybody else.
So let's move on now. To our topics. Ahmed, I'll give you some time to load it up. We want to lead off with the NBA All Stars. We'll talk about that, the selections that have been made. We got the starters a couple days ago. Now we got the reserves. All right.
Controversy.
Some controversy.
Nah,
I'm
there
ready
definitely
to hear
was.
this.
And I would like to say it first.
Okay,
know,
go ahead. I
so
wanted to mentally
I'll
because
make-
he's been waiting through two.
I know. I'm gonna
Go.
get in front of him because I'm gonna
I don't
say
really
what
think
he's gonna
like,
say.
there's really much to say.
No, there isn't. Jalen Brunson should have been a starter. Plain simple,
Wow.
over Damian Lillard, 100% for sure. And this is a guy that is a avid Knicks hater. I'm a fan of Jalen Brunson though. And
Admitted
he
it.
should have been a starter. I've admitted it for a very long time,
Hold on.
but that doesn't mean what I say ain't the truth.
you hold up. You have not ever said so, and you even
About what?
you even like lived a lie for 4 years.
That's
Nets
bullshit.
fan.
That's
Just
what?
to
No,
escape
I'm,
that fact.
I'm
Please.
a supporter of the Nets still to this day. That doesn't change. I go to their games.
Yeah, now
I
that
like
Ben
the-
Simmons is
the
back.
team be- Yeah,
Get
for one
outta here,
game.
bro.
one
I'll go
game.
to the games too.
For one game, he came back. But I've always said I'm a Knicks hater. I don't give a shit.
That's
Like,
why
what-
you were.
like I
That's why
said,
you were at MSG.
You're not
never
popping
been
if you don't have
MSG.
haters. bro.
Never been. No, you're haters because you got. I hate you guys because you think you're better than what you are. That's why. You talk too much
Literally
shit.
nobody.
And
Literally,
plus, I'm a Heat fan.
whatever.
Nick, we have a beef.
bro, like
There's
you're
no
stuck in
rivalry.
2012 or something, bro.
We beat you last year.
Okay, but I'm saying you're like, and we.
By
you
the
guys
way,
credit,
same
we didn't
shit
say
I
anything.
hear now. Same shit I hear now. Because Ahmed, you're not the only Knicks fan I associate with. Same shit I hear now. Knicks fans were saying it last year, and I
No.
said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. When
Whatever,
you
bro.
beat
Okay.
us in the
Finish your
playoffs,
point, bro.
when you
Finish your
beat
point.
us in, I'm gonna finish after this. When you beat us in the playoffs, you have my respect. But until then, you're our baby brother. We smack you up every time. You're like when I was younger, I used to like trying to like get my brother going. You know what I mean? And I was fucking around with him, hit him, bang, bang, bang. And then one day he'll just clap me. And I'll be like, oh fuck. And as days go by, I regain my confidence, and I do the same shit again. And guess what he does? He claps me, brings me back. That's what we do. That's what we do to the Knicks. That's what we do to the Knicks. Really, we do. To you Knicks fans.
That's funny.
Because next year it's the same shit. Julius Randle plays
Bro,
well.
like
Julius Randle's the greatest player, and
Not
in
like-
playoffs hard, he chokes like he does.
Like,
you guys
rewrite.
under.
Jalen Brunson had any type of help, like you guys are going home. Jalen Brunson by himself almost took you guys out.
bro,
So,
you guys should have gotten
Respect you
swept
guys-
if Jimmy
respect as
Butler.
an eight
You guys
seed,
would
as
have
an
gotten
eight seed. You guys
swept
made
if
the
Jimmy
NBA
Butler.
Finals.
You guys were gonna get
respect you guys have
swept if Jimmy Butler didn't get hurt.
great
buddy.
organization.
Remember that, okay,
a
bud?
great coach.
Okay.
But
We were
you
gonna
guys
get
might not even make the
swept.
playoffs.
We
this
were
year,
going out of MSG
my brother.
All right. All right.
with
All right. We were talking.
Anyways,
You know,
let's go,
I
guys,
would
guys.
love to know. I would love to know how this argument starts from
freak.
these two agreeing. Because I'm sure Ahmed agrees that Jalen Brunson should be a starter.
It starts from me. It starts from me because I like to talk my shit a little bit. It's okay. Fair
At
enough.
least you admit
enough.
it.
Of course, of course. But
Okay.
Going back to Jalen Brunson. Okay, let's bring it back.
Definitely a
to the topic.
starter. Definitely a starter. Let's let
Definitely
Ahmed
starter.
lead us through the
The
All-Star
only reason
combo.
why I'm gonna let him go because
Hold on,
obviously he's a Knicks fan.
I gotta find it real quick.
Obviously, Damian Lillard is obviously a bigger known name, and I don't think Damian Lillard's playing that bad this year. I don't think there's a huge gap between Jalen Brunson and Damian Lillard. Obviously, I think Jalen Brunson this last couple weeks is fucking playing amazing. But I'm saying when voting started, there wasn't a big gap between the two. But if you look at the last couple weeks, you look at how the Knicks have been performing. Jalen Brunson is a starter. He's an amazing player. I would like to also say that when they gave him that contract, I thought it was a little too much, and I'm gonna give him my respect. It's okay. I'm okay with admitting when I'm wrong, dude. People don't like to admit that. I do. I admit when I'm wrong. People don't do that. They don't put themselves out there, and I'll say it. I was
All right.
wrong. I didn't think
So-
Jalen Brunson was going to be as good as the player
let
that
me
he
have
is now, but he took the jump and respect him. I knew he was always a good
Let
player.
me-
I didn't think he was going to be the player that he was.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You have it?
I have the starters. Okay, all right. So
All right.
I'll give you the
cool.
starters first, right?
Okay.
The starters for the NBA All-Star Eastern Conference. At power forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. At center, Joel Embiid. At small forward, Jason Tatum. At point guard, Tyrese Halliburton. At shooting guard, Damian Lillard. I believe the only one that you can listen, Dame, based on like past achievements, stuff like that. Of course, like he's a way better player than fucking Jalen Brunson, but that's not what we're arguing. And this year, if you watch basketball, it's disrespectful for you to put Dame or Tyrese over Brunson. Brunson should have been the first guard. That's it. The first guard. That's it. The first guard named. He's been that good. And after that, you could put Tyrese. You could put Maxey. You could put Dame. I don't really care. But Jalen Brunson should have been the Knicks are whooping teams. And he's
Can we say something though? I meant like I
6'2",
said before.
dropping 30. Like he's
I think
unbelievable. bro.
obviously recent performances last month or so. Jalen
No,
Brunson's
bro, it's
definitely
going-
no.
it's going back
Jalen
to
Brunson's
way
definitely
last year.
separated
He's been-
himself. Okay, yeah, sure. Since last year, he's probably better than a guy like Damian Lillard, who was injured. I mean, Tyrese Maxey. But Tyrese Maxey this year has taken a good jump this year.
Yeah.
Put
Okay.
respect on his name. I think there was a point where Maxey was better than Jalen Brunson. But
No.
this last couple last couple weeks, like I said, since in this month of January, Jalen Brunson has definitely separated himself from the rest of those guys. for sure.
That's
You can't.
Not only
that's all
based
I
on
can
his
really argue,
performances,
and
but
that's
his
it.
For sure.
That's all
his
we can
team
really
as
But
well
there was
has-
a good argument between a guy like Maxey and Dame
I don't think
Lillard
Maxey. The
or
only guy
Tyrese
is Tyrese
when he
Halliburton
was.
because he was putting.
I
up
think
ridiculous numbers.
Halliburton
But
and
even
Brunson
then, I still,
are two solid guards. And then
of course.
And I will say
Maxey
this,
Maxey in the beginning of the season had a good convo.
I will say this,
100%.
when we get to the snubs, I'm all right. Like we'll just get to like just one snub. Like probably the biggest snub, especially in Eastern Conference, is Trae Young. Bro, I think Trae Young is better than Tyrese Halliburton. It's not even discussion for me. Trae Young is better
As a
he's
player.
he can do anything
player,
that
I
Tyrese
agree.
Halliburton does. He's just
Right.
like Tyrese Halliburton for whatever reason. I guess it's just maybe he's like more
He gets
of
the
a
assists. You know,
outgoing
he gets,
and his teammates love him more and
Right.
stuff like that, and he gets the best out of his teammates, and they respond like way better. But Trae Young for me, like
No, Trae
especially
Young's an
this season,
amazing player.
bro, he's
Let me-
averaging 27 and 10, and not even
27-10.
Listen,
No,
let me-
hype. Yeah, no, he's been amazing this year.
Let me make an
I'm a Trae
argument.
Young guy, though.
First of all, Trae Young is always gonna. I think he set himself up in a manner where it's him on his own. Like no matter who you put around him, it's him versus everyone else. I think he
Right.
set himself up like that. You know what I mean? Secondly, I want to say this,
Really?
and I might get a lot of a stick for it, but Tyrese Halliburton is the most elite definition of a good system around you makes you seem like a megastar. Anybody else with like you got TJ McConnell, whatever, putting up not Tyrese Halliburton's stats, but he can match his assists for sure, right? Not only him, but there's like 3 guards on that team that can match.
They're like, bro, it's like the Mike D'Antoni system. Like Steve Nash won
It's-
MVP, James Harden won MVP.
Right.
Like Jeremy Lin was fucking averaging 20 in that system. Like
Yeah,
It's-
no, Rick Carlisle is an amazing.
no, yeah, Rick
player.
Carlisle is an
Amazing.
offensive. Like,
Bro, a
juggernaut.
point
he's
a
amazing.
point guard in that
Yeah.
system is flying high,
For
bro.
sure.
Just
I
saying.
know, but
No
that's-
disrespect to Tyrese Halliburton, great
Right.
player. You know, well done. Like I love his
Yeah.
game, but like, bro, put Trae Young in that system. He's averaging 20 and
Oh, yeah.
20. Like,
No, I agree
think
with you. I'm
comfortably.
gonna
That system,
I'm
my
gonna
goodness.
give Tyrese Halliburton his respect in a sense of what he's doing, his performance. You have to do that. Now, in terms of an actual overall player, am I gonna pick him over Jalen Brunson? No. Am I gonna pick him over a Damian Lillard? No. Am I gonna pick him over Tyrese Maxey? No. Am I gonna pick
Really?
him over
That's
a
tough.
Trae Young? I'm not. I think
That's
he's an easy
controversial.
player.
No, I'm saying like
That's fine. I
for
think
me-
it's pretty easy.
For me, I agree. Brunson and Dame are 2 guys that are head and shoulders over Tyrese, in my opinion. But Tyrese and well, I mean, they're actually both named Tyrese. Well, that's up.
Tyrese
No,
Maxey.
Tyrese or Tyrese, ladies and gentlemen, vote right now in
But
the
if-
YouTube
but-
comment section.
But
Tyrese
Hallie-
or
but Hallie
Tyrese?
versus Maxey is actually a really good argument.
I think Maxey, what he's doing as a second option is amazing. Maybe his ceiling is a second option. Maybe this is where his best role is to be a second option. Maybe he's not going to be able to do what he does or better as a number 1 option to Philly. We never know. But I'm going to base it off what he's doing now. Maxey's an amazing player, bro. I think he's not getting the amount of credit that he probably really deserves, bro. What is it, 25 and 6 as a second option behind Embiid, who's arguably one of the best players in the NBA. He's averaging 35.
Oof.
And it's a
Speaking of-
stacked team too. Let's not act like it's not a stacked team. Like
Is it really Sixers?
I don't know about stacked team. I don't know about that. It's
76ers isn't stacked.
After like
It's them
Tobias
too.
Harris, no real offensive guys really.
Bro,
You
to
have
me, Maxey's
DeAndre
playing
Melton
like a top 15 player. for
Patrick
sure.
Beverly gets minutes on that team, bro. Marcus Morris, no, bro. Like
Maybe I'm lying.
they need him to score.
Maxey
Tobias
does
Harris
a
is good,
lot.
though.
He's very underrated, bro.
Kelly
Let's
Oubre.
get to the
West.
Yeah.
West
Starting
Conference starters. You got LeBron James starting at the small forward spot. Kevin Durant at the power forward. Jokic, the reigning NBA champ, at the center position. Luka Doncic coming off a 70-point piece. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Where is Anthony Edwards? That is a question, but he's not on that.
Yeah.
He's been better.
starter.
By the way,
He's been better than LeBron
But
James.
my goodness.
That's for sure.
I don't really think there's an argument here. I mean,
LeBron should not be a
I
starter.
guess is like the worst
LeBron,
guy
in
on
terms of no, by far, I don't even think LeBron's the best player on the Lakers right now. He's not. It's Anthony Davis by far.
here.
And,
Anthony Davis is a
this
monster.
is- Anthony Davis has been amazing. Well, he's been healthy for last couple of years now.
Bro.
Go look at how many games he's
yeah.
missed. He hasn't missed that much. Considering his stigma
He's
of
not
being
playing
out.
right now. That's a shame.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but also LeBron's not playing. They're taking the night off. But in terms of like that, I think there's a lot of snubs. I think Kawhi Leonard should be a starter. I think this season he's shown people who Kawhi Leonard is. We know who Kawhi Leonard is. Top 10 player. When he's locked in, top 5 arguably. I think he deserves it to be there. You have a guy like
Top 10.
Sabonis.
Top 5 easy. Like
Sure.
Kawhi Leonard you talking about? Right?
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, when he's locked in,
Come on
when
now,
he's
bro.
playing at his best, he's a top
50,
5 player.
60,
But
90,
in terms of this regular season, I think he's been a top 10 player. You got a guy like Sabonis who's going way under the radar again. Obviously, he's been playing amazing. What he does, the impact overall, he's a very good player. When we played the Kings last night, he did his thing. He always worries me. He's a great player. Anthony Edwards, like me, I think he's been playing sensational.
No, of course.
Guys like Devin Booker, been playing sensational. I think there's been a lot of good players. Obviously, you have to fill out the starting lineups in terms of position. But, I mean, LeBron James is always going to get there because he's LeBron James. So,
Let's
what it is. What can you do? Shout out guys like James Harden as well.
Let's get to the reserves, and then we can get to the
Reserves.
snubs and the conversations. You have the reserves on you, Yoni? Because I don't want to.
I do. Okay, let me name them.
You do.
Ready? All you gotta do is search up NBA All Stars, bro. It's not that
Shams.
difficult.
Like, bro, they got like 18
now-
different links, bro.
Now we know, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever see us shift like he's trying to avoid the conversation, if you ever see us shift and turn into like a 2-person podcast with a producer, Ahmed is definitely not gonna be the producer. Now, our reserves on the East are Bam Adebayo, Paolo Banchero, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle. All right. Are we going to discuss that, or you want me to name the West as well? Let's discuss that first.
I like it.
Let's
Let's
start with the
discuss
East.
that
Let's start with the East.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there any, obviously Jimmy Butler not on there, right?
Which makes sense. I'm not
Is Scotty Barnes on there?
No.
No.
I don't think he should be up there over
Okay.
anybody.
So I just named it to you.
How about
Bam,
How about
Paolo, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese
Jaylen
Maxey.
Brown?
That's what I was questioning as I said it as well. I'm not
Jaylen
gonna lie.
Brown in the
I
last,
think Jaylen
month
Brown deserves it.
has played like himself.
Jaylen Brown deserves it. Respect.
But over like
Who? I
man,
don't think.
like I really want to see some guys, maybe like a Franz Wagner, who's been. I mean, I know he's been hurt for the last couple weeks, but like
Right.
he's been so good for that Magic team, bro. Obviously,
I don't think he's been better than Jalen Brunson, to be quite honest.
then who? Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jalen
Brown's
Brown.
playing
Sorry.
on an All-Star team, so it's gonna be way easier for him. Franz Wagner is a stud. Yeah, and Scotty Barnes for me. I mean, I have him on my fantasy team. He's been a two-way stud.
No, he's been good this season. I just don't think.
Speaking of
he's
fantasy, just to cut you guys off, who do I drop? Cam Johnson or Socon? Real quick.
But this guy
Off the
plays
dome.
in a league with
Off the
Socon,
dome. Points
random
league. Points league.
individuals, bro, asking me, I don't care.
Socon or Cam Johnson?
Socon. I like Cam Thompson. He's been playing amazing.
Okay.
this last
All right.
couple of
Good. Thank you. I was thinking the same
Bridges,
thing.
Got no Sean, obviously, and yeah. I mean,
I like
Jimmy
continue.
Butler, I think, is the biggest snub, and it's because like he don't.
He
Play
doesn't
much
play enough.
and he don't
Yeah.
take the regular season.
I mean, the month of January, Jimmy Butler has been playing amazing. He's been locked in these last couple. Obviously, we're gonna talk about that a little bit. He haven't been that good, but he's finding his own. He's starting to get his preparations for the playoffs. So, do I think he's a player? I don't mind it. I think they're kind of swapping out Bam Adebayo for Jimmy Butler in that sense. I think they're.
Well, I mean,
making
Bam was
up
definitely
for
an all-star.
Yeah, he's definitely an all-star, but you can make an argument that maybe other people weren't. Obviously, he's a center, and I think that's how they.
Well,
why they picked
honestly,
him.
yeah, I
but
think
Bam-
Jimmy's gonna take Randall's spot. 'Cause Randall's not gonna be
You
able
think
to.
so? Well, also Embiid might not be there too, so
And Embiid,
we'll
so I
see.
think Trey, and then probably, hopefully Scotty Barnes gets down.
Jimmy.
Or,
Yeah, but Jimmy Butler, if you're gonna base
Trey
it off the last couple months, Jimmy Butler deserves it. But him not making it in the get, I don't mind that. Because it's kind of
All right.
annoying
West,
me.
Yoni?
Let's go to the West. We have Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Karl Anthony Towns. All right,
Wow.
so just now you know where Anthony Edwards is. What are we saying? Any snubs? You know,
Yeah, I think
I said a guy like Sabonis.
Absolutely.
All-Star team.
he did not. I absolutely agree. Sabonis, a
That's
big snub.
That's crazy.
And you
How
can
about,
argue Fox as well.
Brandon Ingram. De'Aaron Fox didn't make the All-Star team.
Darren
By
Fox.
the way,
But listen, this is a stacked All-Star team if we're being honest. This is pretty stacked.
30
it's stacked. It's not. I would put De'Aaron
over
Fox
Curry.
over Steph Curry.
I'm sorry. I would put
I'll
Fox
do it
over Curry.
100%.
I agree. That might sound
agree.
controversial to some
How
people,
about
but
this?
I
How
absolutely agree.
How about Alfred Sengun, bro? What he's doing for Houston Rockets?
Good shout.
20,
Good
12,
shout.
and five,
I have no-
like,
I
I
have-
mean, I don't know. I'm just making up stats, but like that's
I have no problem with
for me-
that.
For me,
How
every time
about-
I, like,
Let me
I
ask
look
you
at
guys a
the
question.
box
I have
score,
no problem with that.
how about Brandon Ingram?
Brandon Ingram's been a
Ingram.
monster, bro.
I don't
Let me
think
ask
he's
you guys a
made it,
question.
though, but he's been good though.
How about
Legit.
Desmond Bane?
And
I know Memphis sucks, but Desmond Bane has been stellar.
I'm not trying to sound like a nerd here, but like let's be honest. How far off of making the NBA All-Star team do you think Wembanyama was?
Pretty
Oh my
far,
God,
bro.
not close.
Really?
Not
Really?
even close.
Bro, I
You
would-
serious?
Bro,
Not even
Shet,
close, bro.
Sengun,
You're a
Zion
d-
Williamson.
I can't
Sabonis?
say some things to you, Ahmed.
Wemby has just started to actually like start getting it going though.
Oh, and he only plays like 25 minutes a game,
Right,
and his team is horrendous.
right, right.
Bro, the dude is averaging 20, 10, 3, and 3 blocks and a steal.
That's
Bro,
like
Sabonis had 30 rebounds the
that's
other night.
nothing. Yeah.
26 or something like that. But whatever.
Listen,
But
I
I
agree.
like that
These guys you guys named,
Ahmed,
definitely.
that was a good shot. I think he's very underrated.
How good has Devin Booker been this season? I haven't kept
been
up with him.
He's been
He has
great.
Yeah, Sengun, I
he's
thought
great.
should deserve an All-Star shout. Zion Williamson has been underwhelming, but
Like I said.
Okay, so who do you
like-
take
oh,
out?
by the way,
Paul George.
I'm
I
not
would
gonna
take
lie
out
to you.
Paul George
I agree.
over Fox.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So
De'Aaron
so
Fox.
Paul
I know
George,
Fox is like injured a lot, but like still.
I think take out Paul George, take out Steph Curry, put in
Paul George
Fox,
doesn't
and
have
put in
it, but, like, Paul
Sabonis. To be
George-
honest,
He's
The
not putting
bonus
up
is
great
absolutely
stats, but his shooting splits are ridiculous, and he's just like he's just playing.
What
like-
about this? What about this? Who deserves to make it more? Paul George or James Harden?
Paul George?
Paul George.
I mean, Paul George played the whole season.
Paul
I'm not
George.
gonna lie to you. I will go
You
James
sh-
Harden.
You're better
It's
off
close.
lying then, bro.
It's close.
You're better off lying.
In terms of impact on the team,
yeah.
I seen James Harden come in there and show, whoa, change that team. By the way, just saying.
This is though, just to bring it back, the Knicks' first time we have 2 All-Stars in 10 years since Tyson Chandler
Wow.
and Carmelo Anthony. So, good time.
They didn't both make it. Oh, they didn't. I remember we were talking about Jalen Brunson not
Ah.
making it.
Yeah, he's
you-
and then bro, watching the game today, like he gets no foul calls. Like he's still disrespected. But I don't get
Who?
it. We'll see.
Who?
Brunson.
Oh yeah, JB.
Before we move on to our we're gonna talk about the Knicks and the Heat a little bit, but I want to talk about something. You guys might think this is whack, but Stephen versus Sabrina challenge for All-Star Weekend, the 3-point shootout challenge. I actually, really, okay. I actually am so interested in this.
They're ruining like bro, like
Why?
the NFL Pro Bowl is this week, right?
Okay.
It's been ruined for the right or the next like
I believe
This
so. It
week.
should be this weekend.
This week.
whatever.
This weekend. They're already doing the things.
Has been ruined for the past 5 to 8 years, whatever it is. Ruined.
Yeah.
The NBA All-Star game, whatever they did with
Trash.
the team captains, it was kind of ruined.
Yeah, I hated that. It doesn't make
Like
sense.
playing.
The
like,
new
those
format
guys-
is fire though. The new format
No,
with the
no, no,
points,
bro. Play a
point
real
target.
game,
The
bro.
point
Play a real
target?
game. Stop with this
Brother, a
shit.
real game is boring.
Stuff.
A real game is whack.
First year.
Oh,
They don't
Like,
play.
ever
They don't
since, but,
play.
like- Yeah, but
Bro,
that's
it
because
should be
they're
it should be
fucking-
East versus West, the real game, and in the fourth quarter we see the what is it, 10 best players in the world on the court.
So you
So
don't
that-
want to tune in for 3 quarters, is what you're saying.
No,
I am
look,
watching. I'm
You're
watching
tuned
them,
in
like-
because they
Why are
do
you
big
watching
dunks.
3 quarters?
They do big dunks and stuff.
It's
like
trash.
That.
It's
Well,
trash.
yeah.
I'd rather them
Half
play.
court.
I'd rather them play 21. I'd rather them play 21. I'd rather
No
them
way,
play
that's
to a
so
point
dumb.
target.
Doing the same exact thing
Yeah.
anyway.
No, they're not.
Right.
No, they're
Bro,
not.
they will never go hard for like 4 quarters.
Yeah, they're not.
Bro, like they don't even do that in a real NBA game.
The
That's
first
true.
year that they did it was pretty dope. I liked it. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. You
The
can do
draft,
something.
that's it. Outside the draft, that's it.
But then but now as the years have been passing, they're not taking that shit seriously, bro.
Well, they're doing
Just
East versus
can't
West this
fucking-
season.
Yeah, which is good.
Which they
Okay,
should've-
so let me just finish
the
saying what I was
draft
gonna say. Steph versus Sabrina, the 3-point challenge. They're gonna do it. Steph is shooting men's 3-point line, men's bowl. Sabrina's shooting women's 3-point line, women's bowl. I actually think they should do that,
do the same.
and then I think Sabrina they should swap and see how they do with their respective things. I think Sabrina smokes Steph. I think Sabrina shooting the men's bowl at the men's 3-point line. Don't laugh. Smokes Steph Curry shooting the women's bowl in the women's 3-point line. Guarantee you. I'm willing to put money on it. I'm willing to put money on it that Sabrina outshoots Steph Curry if they swap.
You're gonna be homeless tomorrow.
I'm willing to bet money on it, bro.
Yeah,
This guy.
you're
Bro,
going to be.
But do you understand?
homeless.
Do you understand? It's not because she's a better shooter than Steph Curry. It's because Steph Curry
No.
is going to be completely thrown off by that. You're asking him to shoot
Well,
basically a mid-range shot with a weirder ball, bro.
It's a lose situation here for Steph, right? And honestly, I don't know why he would even bro. This guy needs to focus on making the playoffs this season,
Huh.
and that's it. That's it. Let's move on from this nonsense, bro.
This is very much nonsense. I won't be tuning in.
All right, I will. And I will talk about it on our episode that weekend.
I will not be here.
Neither will I, because I'll be homeless, apparently.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, nothing. It's gonna be a 2-man. Fuck.
Let's go through it really quickly, so we can move on. Ahmed, the Knicks are doing good. Tell us about it. Boast about it. They
Knicks
really are doing
absolutely
good.
amazing. The Knicks are doing absolutely amazing. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle have established themselves as a legit NBA duo. Jalen Brunson, like we've talked about, for me, I think he's the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, arguably in the NBA this season. That's how good he's been. And the Knicks, man, obviously since making that trade to get OG, has, I mean, just the right fit. You know, it's not the big name, it's not the sexy name, but it's the right fit. And to trade RJ and IQ, it was obviously bittersweet, but man, right away, OG stepped in and just fit. Like he's been on the team all year. Obviously his defensive prowess. This guy's holding to his opponents to 35% shooting when he's the nearest guy there. And yeah, I mean, I think he should be in the talks for defensive player of the year. That's how good he's been. And I think moving to New York, he will start to get all that credit. Obviously playing in Toronto and stuff, it's only Canadian fans. But now I think he will people are gonna start talking about OG as probably the best defensive forward in the league. And like I said, bro, and Tibbs, ever since Tibbs has stepped foot in New York, we've just been a respectable team. And I know, he obviously does a lot of stuff that pisses me off, a lot of stuff, his rotations and stuff like that. But the guy's a top 10 coach in the NBA, top 10, and obviously in a series in the playoffs, now we got Doc Rivers and Nick Nurse, even guys like Rick Carlisle. I'm okay having Tibbs as my coach against those guys. The only guys like Eric Spoelstra and even last year, Eric Spoelstra and Tibbs kind of went at it as two great minds. So I just think everything's clicking right now. We had 14 wins in the month of January. I think it's an all-time record for the Knicks, or tie the record back in the 70s, stuff like that. Yeah, or oh no, it was the 90s. Year we made always in NBA Finals '94. So yeah, good times for the Knicks. Keep it going. Obviously, no Julius Randle now for the next 2 or 3 weeks with that shoulder. Could be even more. So I think now we get to really see Jalen Brunson, maybe even in that most valuable player talk. I think it's possible. He's playing that good. If the Knicks start winning, Dante DiVincenzo has been absolutely insane. Mitch McBride stepping up. Just happy with the just happy with what's going on. And trade deadline soon, so we'll see what happens.
Tiku.
I will.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I was gonna ask you a
Wait,
question, but when you finish.
I just want to say that I know more about the Knicks than Knicks fans do. Because I've been saying this for so long. You don't need RJ.
But you always say that.
don't
But
need
you
IQ.
always say that, and it's like you're a simulation, bro. What are you even saying?
I know more
Everything,
about the
everything,
Knicks.
bro. We had talks
I
and
know more
arguments
about the Knicks.
with when
than
we had
Knicks
Tony
fans
on and
do.
stuff like that, and
Who's in the simulation now?
Wait,
Wait, Ahmed, wait, because you completely lagged out for a second because you're in the simulation. You're a bot in a computer.
Yeah,
I like
you're
that.
a
See, bro, it's-
legit NPC. You're an NPC. That's the way. It's videographic evidence right now. So let me explain to you why. I've said this. The Knicks need to move on from RJ. Need to move on from IQ. These guys are not going to be any part of any aspirations, championship, anything for the Knicks. And I've said
quickly.
this, and maybe I didn't say
say
it
that
in this.
RJ Barrett sucks. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I need to say because your team is 1,000 times better once you got rid of him. And I
Yeah,
don't know
obviously
if I
doesn't
said
suck
on the
because
podcast.
he got his OG
I
Anunoby.
said this. I said OG, yeah, because the Toronto Raptors are fucking idiots. That's why they're in a garbage
Sure.
situation
No, they're
that
idiots.
they have
They're
been.
idiots.
No, they are idiots because they're trash. They're garbage. That's why they're in their position that they are
One of the
right now.
best player developments in the whole league.
This ain't 2019 anymore, buddy. It's
talking
been
about,
like
bro?
4 years. It's been like 4 years, bro. Who have they developed? Who? Scotty Barnes was a top
Like
one
Barnes
pick.
is like
What top
arguably
pick?
like
Is he a top what pick?
what?
Who else have they? Top what
Tiku.
pick was Scotty Barnes?
He was what? He was like what? Top 4?
Top what? Yeah. So he was a lottery pick. He was a top
He was
5.
fourth
bro.
overall pick.
If they didn't
So that's not
develop
player
him, that's
development,
embarrassing.
bro.
That's not
That's not
you're
player
getting a
development.
talented player.
What are you talking
They haven't
about? Like, you
developed
see half the
players
league?
in fucking forever, bro. Siakam. That was the only guy they did. Now when they were
That's it,
decent
yeah.
at one point. But they were
Fred
they
VanVleet.
haven't developed nobody, bro. Okay?
Van Fleet.
Fred VanVleet. Wow.
OG
amazing.
Anunoby counts. OG Anunoby was taking like 15
really?
overall, and now look at him.
Bro, OG Anunoby, well, the reason why he didn't go higher is because he had a 20 ACL. That's the only reason why, because I wanted Miami to draft him. This is what I'm saying. I know more about the Knicks than Knicks fans do. Okay?
Well, we were talking about the
Okay,
Raptors,
like,
but okay.
Seriously, like
Okay,
like,
but wait. Let me ask
Bro,
you a question, Tiku.
did you hear what
Jalen
he
Brunson.
said right now? He
Yeah,
said-
that
he
was
said,
kind
I
of
wanted the Miami Heat to take
OG.
OG Anunoby, so that means I know more than Knicks fans. What does that mean, bro? What does that
Why?
mean?
Is because
You
I
want
said the
Miami to
Knicks.
take every
Listen to
single
me.
player
Listen
in
to
the
me.
draft.
No, that's wrong.
You also wanted
That's wrong.
you.
Yeah, bro.
That's wrong.
This
No,
is
that's
legit. I think I have 2 NPCs
Bro,
as
just-
guests on my
just
show
get
right
to your-
now.
Bro, get to your nonsense of a
It's not
point,
your show.
and let me
No,
destroy
my
it.
nonsense of a point. Is
Well,
what
wait.
I'm saying.
at this
I know
point,
more about the Knicks than you do. Now,
See,
I'm
now,
going
but,
at you.
like this is the fourth
Right?
time you said it,
Because
and I'm
you're
still
the guy.
asking you to explain it.
I'm explaining to you. When I said, "Yo, Knicks fans should trade RJ Barrett for Donovan Mitchell," you were like, "No, we should not do that." When I said the Knicks should trade
I
IQ,
agree.
you
And
said
I
He
no,
agree
didn't-
with
we should
that.
not
wait.
do that.
I agree with that.
You did not agree with that.
No,
We
I
can pull it back up.
I agree with the fact that like I said, don't do it. I'm standing on business, as they say.
Right.
okay,
So-
wait. Okay, Tiku, let me ask
I
you
don't
my
need to
question
say
now.
anything. As time goes on, I'm so
So this guy
right
wanted
about
to-
the
That's
Knicks.
crazy, though. You
I'm
said you
always
know
more
more.
right.
First round
I do.
picks
I
and
do.
RJ
Honestly, I
Barrett
do.
for Donovan Mitchell.
I didn't say
Stuff
that.
for the law. Thank God
I
we
did
did
not
not.
say that.
Did you not say that Jalen Brunson was getting paid too much?
Yeah, at that time I did think he was that, but guess what? He proved me wrong.
Said
and
he was a
I-
bad
and I
signing
said
as
that.
well.
But Knicks fans,
Sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes
Knicks
Knicks fans are wrong.
No,
also
Knicks
said
fans
that
are usually wrong
Tony
very much
Ferguson's gonna
all the
be
time.
fucking Habib Nurmagomedov, bro. This is the same guy.
Who? What? What'd you say?
Wait, what?
You say? What the
That's my
fuck did
favorite
you just
point,
say?
though.
What the fuck did you just say?
You just mentioned
I'm kidding, bro.
Habib out of
Don't
nowhere.
disrespect me when it comes to Khabib, okay? That's one.
Wait,
thing.
what did he say? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Someone's gonna be Khabib. I've
This
never
guy
had-
said Tony Ferguson's gonna sub Habib and
Never.
Yeah.
Never in my life. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not a fucking idiot, bro. Stop that.
I love how when you
Stop
back
that.
Ahmed and he wasn't really backed into a corner, but anytime he like
trolls,
just
he was
he just goes, yeah, bro. But you said Tony Ferguson would beat Habib. He says that to everyone. I swear to God, he says that to everyone.
No, don't,
Well, I
don't
mean,
say
bro,
that to me, 'cause
Tony-
you know.
Tony actually said it, bro.
He did. No, I know. I was there. No, trust me. I had arguments with him. Just a complete moron, an idiot. If you're listening, you're an idiot. You can come back on the podcast whenever you want, debate it, whatever.
Chill, don't
Doesn't matter.
disrespect the MMA correspondent. Anyway, so
hasn't been corresponding nothing as of late. But anything. Go to the question you want to ask me because
I was
lost
gonna
my-
ask you, where do you rank Jalen Brunson as an acquisition for the Knicks?
acquisition.
like, the
He's
past decade.
arguably.
How about all time?
I think he's a bigger acquisition than Carmelo Anthony has been. But
I agree.
Well,
by
obviously.
far.
Wait, so
because-
so Ahmed,
because
who
we
do you
haven't-
put him? Who do you
we
compare him
didn't,
to
we
then?
didn't trade anything for Jalen Brunson. We signed him on,
Right.
on one of the greatest
Right.
now on one of the, as Charles Barkley stated, one of the greatest free agent signings of all time, not just New York Knicks
Okay.
of all time, considering what he
Let's-
has done.
I can't say what has he done.
I think we gotta wait a
Considering
little, bro.
What
Whoa.
he gets paid
Relax.
year one,
Relax.
year
You're saying
one,
of all time.
year one. Listen to me, my guy.
No.
Year one,
Okay.
he gets us to the playoffs.
Wow.
Gets us to
Amazing.
the second round of the playoffs, and,
Wow,
and if he just had
Whoa.
one more guy to help him, we're in the Eastern Conference
You're
Finals.
not in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can have anybody you would lose still to us. So what are
See,
you
bro.
talking about?
See now.
You're
see,
not.
you're
You're
smacked
not
on the
being
face if you were in
There's
front of me,
nothing
bro.
Oh, wait,
no,
wait.
There's nothing you
But
to
Tiku,
smack
that's not that
bro.
crazy of a. That's
It's
not that
not.
crazy of a comment
Bro,
because
they were
all
going
time.
to get swept if Jimmy
Okay,
Butler had
stop.
even one
Wait,
ankle.
Tiku.
He
No.
was getting
But you
swept.
said it was crazy to say it was all time,
Nah.
Jalen Brunson. You know why it's not that crazy? Because the Knicks haven't
no,
done
that's not
shit
how we
in
got
their
it.
history, to be
You already done
honest.
before. You guys-
Like who do you name one
ever
Knicks
since
acquisition
Jalen
you could
Brunson
think of?
joined,
Patrick
bro,
Ewing?
bro, listen.
That's it.
Hiring Pat Riley, probably. I don't
Listen
know.
to me.
They haven't done that.
Ever
much.
since
Okay,
Jalen
listen.
Brunson signed his contract, yes.
Okay. I'm saying
been-
it's a great.
we've
It's
been
an
a top
absolute
four
amazing-
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
And probably a top 10 team in the NBA since Jalen Brunson has joined us, going back to
True.
last season, right?
True.
Probably
Okay.
a top 10 team, right? This
Okay.
season, we're taking even a step further
Right.
than that, right?
in January.
We're
but
now,
okay.
we're now, what?
It's January. Let's calm the brakes. It's
Well, I
you
mean,
guys
I
are good
can't
in a
get us
month of.
February, or actually it's February.
But you shouldn't just come out of
fumble.
nowhere and start saying like, oh, well, he's the greatest free agent acquisition of all time.
I said, but first of all, I said he's one of,
Okay.
and considering
Even being
what he
one
had-
of is insane.
well, he
But
won't,
go
let,
on.
he won't let me talk, bro. He's,
Okay,
he's
go,
so
go.
fearful,
Sorry.
so
So
fearful.
You said that
Bro,
last
don't
year,
worry, bro. Don't worry.
Yo,
gonna get to the Miami
same.
Heat too.
It's the same talk.
But let him finish.
Like I said, I'm not fearing nothing, bro. Trust me, I'm not. But go ahead.
Let him finish.
Sorry.
It's not that crazy of a comment, in my opinion. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Okay. Ever since Jalen Brunson has joined us, he has done nothing but bring us hope and bring us to the right direction. Since going back last year, why are you guys laughing, bro? What's so funny? This guy over there is
It's just funny.
You know I'm laughing.
This is
I'm
like
laughing
Luke Skywalker?
because no, I'm
What's the evil empire, bro?
I'm
What
laughing
is it?
because Ahmed, you don't understand what you did by saying he's giving us hope, bro. I'm
It's
gonna
like-
make the funniest edit out of that, bro. You're not wrong. I swear to God, I agree with you 100%. But the fact
is
that you use
crazy.
the word,
no
guy- the
hope
fact
in
that you use
the
the word
life of
Jalen
Knicks fans for
Brunson,
20
right?
years.
A guy who's
is
averaging like
crazy.
27 and stuff
What you
like
guys
that.
watch?
This guy had the audacity to say is Victor Wemby an all-star, bro. This guy hasn't watched one game of
I
basketball.
don't disagree with
all
you. I swear to
season,
God, bro. I
All
swear
season.
I don't disagree with
we-
you. I agree.
hope
It's
you're not
just so
talking about me.
funny.
Lost.
Yo, I agree. I think saying he's one of the greatest acquisitions of all time in Knicks history is not crazy, bro. He really is, bro. The Knicks are looking really good, Tiku.
Bro, the guy, bro.
Be
the guy
honest,
gets
Tiku. You're scared of
$25
them.
million a
Tiku,
year,
you're
bro.
scared of the Knicks right now.
I swear
Don't
to God,
lie.
no.
I, bro,
You're
I'm
scared of
not
the
swear to
Knicks.
everything
You're
I
scared of the
love.
Knicks.
See, no,
I
hold
swear
on.
everything
No,
I
no, stop
love, I'm
right
not
now.
scared
Stop
of
right
the
now.
Knicks.
Bro,
I swear everything I
bro.
love.
Tiku, I'm
Swear
not
to
saying
God.
you're scared of the Knicks. I don't really
Fair
even
enough.
care if you're scared of the Knicks. I don't care. I don't really care.
Fine.
Like,
That's
who the
fine.
fuck cares if you're scared of the Knicks, bro? This guy
Right.
Yoni's asking me you
Right.
if you're scared of the Knicks. That's
Right.
bro. This guy, like, he hasn't watched basketball all year, so he's just lost. Focus on me though, right? Jalen Brunson, ever since he's been here, amazing. He gets paid $25 million, right? Based on the contract. That's what really, really makes it such an unbelievable deal, right? And obviously now, like we're really gonna have to pay him, and then he's like, after that, it's a fucking different conversation. But this contract, this 4-year contract, he signed 4 years, $109 million. He has already outperformed that already, bro. Already, he should have been an NBA All-Star starter. He in my opinion, in the next couple of weeks, will establish himself in the top 6, top 5 MVP fucking discussion, which is impossible to do. Like when you got Luka and averaging 30 and 10 and 10, you got Jokic and Embiid and stuff like that. But in my opinion, Jalen Brunson is that impactful, and people around the league, not maybe not fans, but around the league, coaches and other players, they know just how good Jalen Brunson is, bro. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Okay,
Let's get to
cool.
the Miami Heat though, because you guys have been absolute dog shit for the past.
They're just
talk about that.
trash.
Let's go.
You guys really are shit.
Let's
You
go.
guys are,
We
you
can
guys
talk
gonna
about
trade Tyler Hero?
Well, I've been saying we should trade for Tyler Hero for like the past like fucking since he like stepped foot in Miami. But
Oh, honestly, we still haven't talked about the Terry Rozier trade, so I think that should be the
it was a
first
good
thing we
trade.
talk about.
I think he gives us what we
Phenomenal
need. We needed a in terms of like I mean obviously when he came in we lost like 3 games in a row, but we were already in a bad stretch. Um, he was always going to take time to establish a chemistry with the rest of the team. He's a point guard. I think that's probably the biggest hurdle and time. You need time given in that position to understand the player that you're playing with. But just looking at the trade on paper, we're getting a player that was averaging 23 on a bad Charlotte Hornets team, but a guy that has a certain mentality that I've always liked. Ever since he replaced Kyrie Irving in the Boston Celtics, was the best player. I don't want to say best player, but he was one of the best players on that team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. For him to replace Kyrie
the
Irving,
closer.
yeah, he's always been a closer. Like I said, it was a quick
bro.
video.
I'm like
Yeah, I said he's Michael Jordan. You can go Google or YouTube that shit. He plays
Wow.
exactly like Michael Jordan. He
it's
does.
crazy, but he's not lying.
Did you see what he did to Kevin Durant?
Like recently?
Yeah, like last night or 2 nights ago. Put him
No.
on his ass. Put him on his ass.
Really?
Oh, we fucked his ass. It wasn't. He didn't like break his ankle, but he fucking go look at it. Put it on. It was nasty. But in terms of a player like him, I think he's an amazing player. I'm very happy with that. I don't think we're done in terms of trades, but obviously, Pat Riley's Pat Riley. Our front office is. I think that was our first trade.
Tough
That
move.
was yeah, for sure. He's got that. He's got that in his bag. I think that was our first trade since 2021 outside of free agency. So
Yeah, Pat Riley is still alive.
yeah, crazy. I don't
There's
think he might be
pulse.
like a AI right now. I think every time you see him on television or videos, he might be a hologram or some shit. But overall, our play, we started off well. We were, I believe, the third or fourth seed in the NBA. We started off well. Of course, we talk about Jamie, JJJ, talked about his impact on the team.
Been
Ever
struggling.
since he got hurt, the whole season team fell apart. I think that's how impactful he was for us. Obviously, when he came back, he's back now, but it's going to take him some time to actually get back to his rhythm because obviously he's been hurt. But I think I think the team that's full constructed currently is better than the team we had last season. It's just that there's certain players that haven't found their role on the team, and you can see it in the way we play our offense, especially. There's people just doing things. They don't have a specific role. They don't know what they're doing on the floor. And I think it does come down to the roster construction. Tyler Hero and Terry Rozier cannot start together. Plain and simple. So one of those guys have to get a reduced role. In my opinion, it should be Tyler Hero. As much as I like him as a player, he should take up that role. Now, is his ego, is where he think he is as a player gonna help accept that? We don't know. If he can't and the struggles still continue, there has to be a change made. And Hero does have to go. I've said he had to be traded for a while, but now the issue is who are we going to get? There's not a lot of guys out there that we can just go out and say, all right, let's bring this guy here. There's not. But DeJounte Murray would be great. But do I want to give up Hero for him? I don't know.
Possible at this point.
But I think we're going to start to see the Miami Heat play a little bit better now that Jimmy Butler's actually finding a rhythm and he's actually taking things seriously. Because an 8-game losing streak is not acceptable. As much as I don't care about the regular season, we cannot lose 8 games in a row. That can demoralize the team. That can be something that can turn into a habit for us. And we don't do that. Where we finish as a team really doesn't, I don't really care. because I seen what we did last year. And once we flip that switch, we're a hard team to beat. And in a 7-game series, we're a hard team to beat. And I think this season we got better than we were last season. I do believe that. In terms of the players on paper, we did. Now, can we do a lot of other moves that can make us a little better? Can we get a 3-and-D guy? If we can make a move like we did in 2020, where we got Andrew Iguodala and Jay Crowder, get guys like that, I think that can help us a lot.
Yeah,
and we can
that's
make
that's
another
all you
run.
guys really need.
And a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, I would love a guy like him.
Bro, they're asking like
Yeah, they
multiple
want
first round picks.
absurd. Yeah, no, it's
Is it
absurd
smoking crack in
value,
Brooklyn,
but
though?
I don't think they're gonna. They definitely are for sure. But a guy like him would be amazing. If we get a guy like him or Royce O'Neal in a trade, I'll take that. DJ Tucker off the buyout market if he's not gonna have a long term, and if he's not gonna stay long term in Philadelphia, that'd be
fucking
great.
terrible.
Is he on? Where
He
is he? He's on the
sucks.
Clippers. He's on the
In the
Clippers or the
Clippers,
Phil?
absolutely
In the
sucks.
Clippers.
How is it in the NBA? How?
Yeah. I'll take him as a locker room guy because we need somebody that has like that dog in him. Is he actually gonna be impactful for us in the game? Probably not because he's washed as fuck. But I like a guy like him. But if we can actually get a 3-D guy, I'm not gonna rule out this team until we fucking lose 4 games in the NBA playoffs. That's it. After last season. But it was definitely worrying. And I seen a lot of guys emotionally drop their heads, and it's not something I've seen in past Heat teams. So, but we won against the Kings, so hopefully we can get something going.
Before, did Ahmed talk about the Heat?
Not it.
Okay, go ahead.
You can go.
And then I got some crazy news.
First of all, Jalen Brunson's putting on a show right now against Indiana Pacers. Speaking of, as I was saying, about the Miami Heat, I think what the elite teams in the NBA do, especially like the really elite, like the real NBA, like title contenders, there's only like 4 or 5 teams. I think what they do is they don't really care about the regular season. That's number one. Number two is they just like, I'm talking about like the GM and coach. They just have a vision of their 5 guys, like their starting 5, and their 2 guys off the bench. And as long as those guys are intact and the playoff starts, you guys are gonna be fine. When I think of a potential starting 5 of Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, and Bam Adebayo, and then Jamie, and then Caleb Martin off the bench with Haywood Highsmith, with Duncan Robinson, and then Thomas Bryant, I guess can give you 5 minutes if Bam gets like fucking tired. That's all you really need because Bam is so tough, and Bam can play 40 minutes a night every single night, especially in the playoffs. That's basically what he does. So you don't really need a backup center. That's been the talk for the Miami Heat. Just get a backup center for the last couple of years. I think if you guys are gonna make a move, it's a guy like Robert Covington. But I think that's not gonna happen. He's obviously in Philadelphia right now. That's like a direct like competitor. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But a guy like that, and you guys would. I don't care if you guys were the 8th seed. You guys would be right there with Boston Celtics as like the favorites in the Eastern Conference. I think that's the respect you guys got into, and it's, obviously as long as Eric Spoelstra is there, and now he's there for a long time. Obviously signing that huge fucking extension. Yeah. So like I said, that 1 through 7, 1 through 8, Miami Heat are good as anybody, especially in the East. So no worries for you guys. Just obviously, like, there's no reason for you guys to be the 7th seed. Then you have to deal with like, I mean, bro, Chicago can take you guys out. Like Chicago, Kobe White's playing like at a high level. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, they have talent, so you don't want to deal with that. Just get to the 6th seed, and then that's it.
So, we're gonna move on from the NBA. Just want to add in there. I just saw a post on Twitter. I sent it to you both. There's this one guy who's called LeBron's next location.
I've seen that
every single time. Supposedly, LeBron James is on the trading
there's
block.
some crazy conspiracy that the Knicks are about to trade for LeBron James.
So, listen, I just want to put it out there because that's actually crazy.
And before Tico says anything, I don't have a like LeBron James photo shoot, fucking Photoshop and stuff like that. This is just crazy. This is as crazy it is like to hear as it is, like for this is fucking like crazy stuff. LeBron James at 39 years old getting traded to New York Knicks. This is fucking the most New York Knick thing ever, right? So I'm not saying anything.
I hope that he doesn't get traded, but supposedly he's on the trading block for the Lakers, and they are looking to move him. So, because the reason I hope it doesn't happen is because his next destination is San Antonio. So, let's hope he doesn't get traded.
I think it'd be crazy because Jimmy to Lakers for Miami. You want to pair them up?
What?
You can't pair them up, bro. You got Bam on that squad.
Wait, why are you talking about the Heat? Who mentioned the Heat?
No, I'm saying he said LeBron to the Heat.
Who? Oh, T, who said that?
Yeah,
right.
No, he didn't.
Yes, you did, bro.
No, I didn't.
He's hearing things.
I didn't. I swear to God, I did not say that.
He didn't. No, he legit
say
didn't.
Ahmed. I was gonna say Ahmed. I'll
LeBron
take
to the Cavs.
Heat. I'll take a LeBron a Heat, and it would not be no Jimmy or Bam in that trade, bro. So
Tyler Herro is about to take Los Angeles to another chip. All right, let's move on.
Let's be realistic though. What's LeBron's trade value? He's 39 years old. I think he's on his last year of his contract. No.
Yes, I think so.
Let's be realistic.
No. I think he has 2 more years. No, I don't know.
Durant just went for like 4 first rounders.
Durant had 5 years or 4 years left on his deal. He had a lot of years left on his deal. He's also not 39.
Tyler Herro and 2 first-round picks for LeBron James is a solid trade.
I'll give you Hero. I'll give you
crazy,
Duncan. I'll give you Duncan Robinson. I'll give you Cody Martin.
Because LeBron instantly makes you a championship team. Instantly.
Oh yeah. I'll do
if the Knicks get LeBron, that's it, bro. Go to MSG, set up the parade float. It's over. The Knicks are winning.
Well, they're already expensive. Those tickets would be ridiculous to get in.
That's all right. We SVS insiders, bro. LeBron James, if you get traded to the Knicks and you take them to the finals that you will eventually win with them.
We're pretty much carrying Bronny James as well.
Yeah.
James is not good.
Ahmed would like some tickets. I think he deserve.
I might get blackballed, but Bronny James is not good, bro. So congrats.
Let's move on.
All right, let's go to footy. Let's go real quick right through it. Ahmed, I heard Algeria is doing really good in AFCON. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it.
That's like literally a
tournament, bro. It was listen,
Algeria.
Nobody
else there couldn't make.
I got my 2019, bro. I got an AFCON in my lifetime, bro. What a run that was for me.
Amazing.
So for me,
I think Albania, if they were joined AFCON, they
bro. You know what's crazy? That was the first time out. This first of all, embarrassing loss. Embarrassing.
Nah, that is very
embarrassing. Beyond words. Lost.
Did you guys lose?
Yeah. They have. I mean, great people, great country. Respect to them. But come on, bro, we should have slaughtered them.
Great country.
I will say this.
Wait, who did you lose to?
Mauritania, something like that. How do you say it?
Great people, great country. Okay. No, I was just curious because I was like,
no, it was a country. It was a country.
Mauritania.
Yeah.
Muslim people, good people. But
oh yeah.
I will say this. That was the first time. That was the first time we lost to an African opponent in 2 years. It's just like, bro, we clearly, in my opinion, I'm not even being biased. Like, if you look at who plays the best football in Africa, it's clearly Algeria. Like, we play
but the best football doesn't mean you win.
Nah, of course.
But you have made the World Cup.
Like, our brand of football is
embarrassingly
almost like
you guys got knocked out the group stage, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on with Algerian football, bro?
Nah. It's like this is what they do. They overachieve and then they I don't know, bro. Some of we have good players, phenomenal players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The coach knows what he's doing, but obviously now no longer the coach. Bin Maldi, phenomenal coach, but his time was over. I don't know.
I tell you this all the time about.
We have one loss in the past 2 years, so you can't really say we just can't beat these teams.
Right. This is what I'm saying about international football.
Bro, and listen,
it's just like the cycles. When you have a certain cycle, World Cup cycle or AFCON the cycle in your case, I think they needs to be different managers. You can't have one manager there for too long. Like you said, one loss, right? But that big loss. Now look at what happened. You guys lost to this fucking country.
I think like you can keep the manager. I just think the style play for like.
Okay,
we took everybody off guard in
Right.
in 2019,
But
and
that's what
then
I'm saying.
for the past couple years.
A manager is not
playing
going to
like
come in and
Spain.
change his, or not going to change his style. So players are going to know that. I mean, other teams are going to know that. They're going to know how to play against you guys a little bit better. I see now with Germany. I see now when he had what's his name, Yogi Low.
Well, I mean, like we got rid of the coach, so now
I think
and we still have some phenomenal players. So,
So I have the players, and that's really what matters. And you need to have.
but Riyad Mahrez was absolutely washed, bro. Saudi Arabia killed this guy.
I mean, players don't go to Saudi Arabia to get better, do they?
Crazy. But yeah. Disappointing. I mean, bro, we're definitely gonna have a crazy ass champion in Africa this year.
Right. So where is it now? Semifinals, I believe.
I think it's quarterfinals. I think it's still going on the quarterfinals.
Right.
Morocco
I think Nigeria
just got knocked out.
Right.
We have
Morocco
Nigeria versus Angola tomorrow.
I think they lost to Ivory Coast, I believe. The Morocco lost to the Ivory Coast, I believe. No.
Yes.
Morocco lost
yes.
to South Africa.
Oh, you're right.
South Africa, yes.
You're right.
Yes.
We got Ivory Coast and Mali. Mali's playing some phenomenal football. That's probably the best game on there. We have Cape Verde, and
nice,
South
yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
Congo and Guinea, and then we have Nigeria and Angola. Angola is the one.
That's gonna be a good game.
So I think Nigeria, if they don't win this is a big. I mean, they got players, bro. Oshiman is on that squad and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, no, they I think they're the favorites, right?
They should be the favorites here. I think that is like Angola is good too. Like,
they have a couple good players.
You see some of the goals, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching any of the games, but I'm keeping up to date with what I see on social media. Yeah, I've seen a lot of goals. I've seen a lot of funny stuff going on as well. But it seems like a very entertaining tournament. I should really.
I will tell you this. I'm not even being like biased or anything. But there is no way you can watch South America and choose this over AFCON, bro. South America is literally
South
wrestling.
American football is.
I remember. I will never forget the Argentina versus Brazil game. I believe that was the game, bro. That was the worst football. It was literally 10 minutes of just wrestling.
Yeah,
like not even a ball was passed, bro.
Rather watch fucking
Africa
it's really bad, bro. And can I say something?
Insane goals.
Don't forget, bro. What I hate
Brunson, this guy's absolutely insane, Jalen Brunson. By the way,
what I hate the most about it, Al Nassr versus Inter Miami, right? How many people, if Al Nassr was to lose, would be on social media right now going, Messi better than Ronaldo. MLS is a better league than Saudi League. Saudi League is trash. And then an MLS team, because, I'm obviously referring to the group chat on Twitter, fucking all of those guys. MLS is better than Saudi. Bro, you got spanked 6-0. And you didn't even put out a bad lineup. All they did was miss Messi. That's it. 6-0.
Who also got subbed on, and I think they scored like 2 more.
Insane, by the way. Like, I love that same thing. South American tournaments. Copa America is so much better than the Euros, and it's not, bro. It really isn't.
Not
and 95% of the time, 95%. Yeah, that's what people say. And 95% of the time, you put a European team against a South American team, besides Argentina or Brazil, they get destroyed. It's not even close.
Well, even Brazil literally lost to Croatia.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, not to disrespect Brazil, Argentina, fucking Uruguay, great countries, fucking at footy. But the rest, like, we're talking about tournament quality, bro.
Right.
I'm hanging with the South American teams. I'm hanging with the South American teams over the...
Well, the AFCON, like I said, I don't think it's quality, but it's entertaining. I don't think South American or Copa America or whatever is entertaining, nor is it... The quality is good. It's fucking trash. So...
Unfortunately. I'll take South America. Like, I'll root for South American teams over AFCON teams. Though,
I will tune in
the Americas. You know what I mean?
I'll tune into this AFCON for the rest of this tournament. But it's just the times are weird. When do they usually play? Ahmed, like afternoon, morning?
He's watching Jalen Brunson.
He's literally in dream state watching.
Did you hear the question?
Fucking Knicks, baby.
Let's
go, Precious.
Did you
hear the question, Ahmed?
I did not hear the question. I'm sorry.
I asked you, Ahmed. I literally said your name too. I'm like, yo, Ahmed. That kind of hurt my feelings.
What's the question, my guy?
When do the AFCON games like happen?
Happen when?
Day? Like what during the day? Like the time?
12 o'clock in the morning. Afternoon, like 12. That's the first game. 12 o'clock p.m. You got 3 o'clock, and then 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
This is,
Oh,
I
nice.
think, bro, the Knicks being good has
Great
done
time.
some serious damage to Med, bro.
Oh no,
really
he's like a side chick when they finally get with the main guy. He's like
You mean when they
in a
become the
dream
main
state.
chick?
Yeah, when they
You
get with
talking
the main guy.
about?
That's what I
No,
said.
what are you talking?
That's what.
Anyway,
that's what you are. That's how you
moving-
act.
Bro,
so many,
Med,
like
you don't understand, though. He asked you a question, and you're just staring at the screen, and you're like, ha ha, these fucking Knicks.
No, yeah, like that. That's
saw me, bro. He saw me. He saw me
that's what was
watching.
up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
You were
stupid.
starstruck. You were in
Stupid,
dream
bro.
state.
That's a
Pay
good thing.
attention.
I'm so
Over
happy
a
for you,
regular
bro.
season game.
I'm so
No,
happy for you.
I'm
I really
happy. I
am.
hope you guys. Hope it keeps
Anyway,
going, but
Let's talk.
when your
Let's
hearts
talk real
break,
quick.
like usual.
Let's talk real quick, because
Alright.
we're running short on time. Jurgen Klopp is out. Let's talk about that real quick.
United.
Bro, he listen.
You German fuck.
Like similar to the like Lewis Hamilton stuff. That was like news that I didn't expect to be as big as it was.
Eras come
huge.
to an end. Eras come to an end. Ten Hag said it, bro. Eras come to an end. Jurgen Klopp won one title, one Champions League, I think one FA Cup in 9 years. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys are Manchester United fans, so obviously you guys are gonna be like haters. But even I really have nothing but respect for Klopp. But in my opinion, my initial, I don't know why it was so negative, but it was like, of course, he did a phenomenal, like he had a phenomenal run.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. Of course, what?
Like before he had he's had a phenomenal run at Liverpool thus far, and before he arrived, people forget Liverpool were a joke, bro. Like a joke, absolute joke, finishing like 8th and stuff like that, like 10th. Yeah, and since he arrived with the shrewd like transfer windows, what do you want to call it, like moves that he's made, he has slowly built a European juggernaut, and so good that he was competing with Man City and stuff like that, and even got one league title, one Champions League, made multiple Champions League finals as well. So he has definitely left a mark on European football and English football, without a doubt. Great run. But in my opinion, this is how we're gonna feel right now, like the immediate effect of him leaving. Of course, you're gonna say, yeah, he had a great run. But in 10 years, 15 years, I'm sorry, and I know Liverpool's don't want to, like, fucking fans don't want to hear this, and I hate to be so negative like this, but it's just the truth. Like, it's just the cold hard facts. Nobody's gonna think about Liverpool. Nobody's gonna think about like Klopp as much as we're gonna think about and respect what Man City has done, the dominance they've done, especially from 2015 to now. The multiple, like, what is it, like 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6, whatever it is, the Champions Leagues. I mean, like, you have Liverpool fans literally saying where like we should get credit just for almost beating them. Like that's how good Man City is and stuff like that. And like, listen, they're right, because Man City are so unbelievable that like you should give them credit for almost like beating them. But that shouldn't be your standard. That shouldn't be what you look back on. Like, but that is what you have to look back on. Because listen, one league title and one Champions League final is not enough to even come close to what Man City has done. Man City has dominated. And in my opinion, in 20 years from now, they will dominate the entire discussion of this era.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately for Liverpool fans.
No, you're 100% Liverpool. I love it. 100%. I think you're absolutely right. I respect Jurgen Klopp. I respect what he did in Liverpool. He did a good job giving your Liverpool fans who have been fans for 30 years and haven't seen anything. He did a good job giving them something. But he did not create a generational team that saw multiple titles in a row decades ago. You know what I mean? That saw Champions Leagues like it was nothing. He didn't do that. He had a successful reign in bringing Liverpool back near the top. However, he did not bring them to the top.
He got Liverpool to the absolute top. Like, there was a year where they were the best team in the world.
Temporarily during COVID, Yes, temporarily. But again, now is some of that credit to Man City being absolute cheats and like having billions to spend and being one of the greatest teams assembled of all time? Yeah. But also Jurgen Klopp, I don't think. Legend, he'll go out a Liverpool legend, one of their greatest managers of all time, maybe. But like you said, in
What do you
20
think he
years from
ranks
now,
all time though? Third?
Liverpool managers?
You think there's like Liverpool managers that are greater than him?
Yeah, a couple. I mean, who's that one guy? Was it
Couple?
who's that one guy?
I can't name you one, bro.
No, I mean, like,
No.
I'm
In
like,
like
act
the
like I know what
70s?
fucking
In the 70s?
Sir this and Sir that did, but like Jurgen Klopp.
In the
Jurgen Klopp is,
70s, bro.
I don't know. He's unbelievable, and it's a shame because, bro, the league.
I-
I'm talking right now, bro. Like footy in the last like year and a half, it's unwatchable. Like I lost a little bit. Like obviously, I still love the sport, but it's like it's not the same. I don't know what it is. And Jurgen Klopp leaving is definitely not gonna help that. Like he's such a
He'll
big
be back.
personality, especially for English Premier League.
Bob
So
Paisley
you
and Bill
you
Shankly.
really hope that Jose Mourinho comes back for you guys to bring some life back into English Premier League.
Bob Paisley and
No,
Bill
I agree.
Shankly were
I don't
definitely
want to deal
more
with
successful
fucking big Ange, bro.
managers.
That guy, Ange Postolagu, whatever.
Yeah,
he's
he's,
unbearable. That guy. Fucking wannabe nice guy, bro.
Yeah, word. You could just see through his act.
Got like 14 different accents as well, bro. Pick an accent.
Like pick a nationality, ethnicity, bro.
For facts, bro. Guys,
you're
Greek,
tw-
Australian,
200,
Irish,
200 different names.
English,
Get
German.
the fuck out of here. Style football. He's like fucking like German Gegenpress. Like, bro, pick a
Sorry, bro.
fucking.
They signed the guy from
fuck
Genoa,
outta
so they're back on top.
Right. Jurgen Klopp, man, I said it on this podcast, bro. I said I'm like, you know what? I respect him a lot, even though as a Liverpool manager, I liked him when he was at Dortmund. What he did at Dortmund was probably more impressive, honestly. Considering where Dortmund were, considering the talent that they were against, making it
Cheers
to a
to Jalen
Champions
Brunson.
League final. Making it to a Champions League final with Dortmund was amazing. Obviously, he left he left Dortmund in the same sense of how he's leaving now Liverpool on top. Well, they weren't really on top that year, right? When Dortmund was like bottom.
Let's not
No?
spew nonsense, bro.
But what was the case for that? Because weren't they like pretty
I don't.
bad
He was
Dortmund that year?
definitely not at the top. I believe
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
they
I'm
won
try-
like the Pokal against Wolfsburg, and then
But and in the league, they were like really bad, right?
what?
When Klopp left Dortmund, the year that he left, I think he left mid-season, right? Or am I tripping?
Did he leave mid-season?
I think he left mid-season. That was a while ago.
I think they finished like
maybe I
fifth. I don't
apologize.
know.
But they weren't that good that year in Dortmund. And I think he realized that he did the best that he can at that time, and he left at a good time. I think he's also looking at this Liverpool team as well. He's like, I think there's not really much I can do considering the situation I am. Going back to my thing that I originally were going to say about how I respect him, and I said on this podcast, he reminds me a little bit of Sir Alex in the way that he's able to maximize the least amount that he's given. And he was. I mean, look at the players that he got. The only reason why they got him is when they sold Coutinho. Alisson, Salah, Mane, I think was already there when Klopp got hired, I believe. You look at a guy like Van Dijk. Those are players that weren't available to him every summer. And he maximized that squad and he won a Champions League. And regardless of what you say that, he should have won more, he won one. And that's pretty huge for Liverpool. He won the Premier League, first Premier League title in modern Premier League history for them, 25 years or however long that was. That's a big achievement. So maybe he didn't win a lot, but what he did was very, very impressive. And obviously, like Ahmed said, Liverpool fans are always going to remember him. I think history books will look pretty weird on him. But it depends. If City get hit with 115 charges, they get relegated. They cheated. People are going to look back and be like, you know what? Maybe that Liverpool team did win. Should have won more if they didn't verse a cheat Manchester City team. So it really depends on how people are going to look at it in hindsight in the future or ever. But I think this is going to be huge for clubs like United. I think this is such a perfect opportunity, especially with us bringing in a new ownership, a new era. We can close that gap a little bit. That I've always talked about, the gap between us and the bigger clubs.
Well, it depends.
But I think it does depend because it depends on what we do going forward.
Well, it depends who
especially
they
this
bring
summer.
in. I think is the biggest thing because they still have a squad.
Manager, right? Liverpool. But I think it's going to be very difficult for any manager that comes in to do even 50% of what Klopp did. Because of course, when a new manager is going to come in, they're going to give him resources. They're going to give him money. But how is that going to also last consistently throughout his tenure there? Whoever that might be, a Xabi Alonso or a De Zerbi or whoever the fuck they bring in. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard, man. He's not Klopp, bro. Klopp handled the pressure. He handled the team, the chemistry, the everything that came with it to a T. To a fucking T, bro. And
The
not every
fans.
manager's gonna the fans, the
He
everything
fit right in with
wanted,
that Liverpool aura, bro.
100%.
Which they have, bro. You'll Never Walk Alone is honestly such a fucking
And
fantastic song.
of
I'm not gonna lie.
course, I can't stand it, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm a hater. I hate it.
Walk
Hey.
on.
Don't ever do that again. But like Yoni said, he was a perfect Liverpool manager. Of course, if you get a guy like Xabi Alonso, that was a former player and he understands what's going on. Now, is he going to produce on the pitch now? I mean, sorry, dude. Jurgen Klopp went to a Champions League final. Alonso didn't even touch the Champions League yet. I don't give a fuck what he does in the Bundesliga. I don't think the way he technically sets up that team is going to be successful in the Premier League. I don't. I'm sorry, dude. Is that the way the Premier League is going? Like you talked about Ainge, guys like him, like the guys like the Zerbi. They're playing that style of football that's super attacking, super open, super expansive formations, players, and playing the certain roles. I think it's different doing that at Leverkusen or doing that at Brighton or doing that at Spurs. You can't do that at a bigger club. You can't. Because if you lose 5-0, the pressure is going to be more on you when you're at Liverpool than you're at Brighton. Like you see a guy like De Zerbi, they're losing every other week, 5-0, 4-0. They're getting smashed every week, but nobody cares because he's at Brighton. Pressure's heightened, and it depends on how he handles it. I think it's going to be Xabi Alonso. I think that should be the guy. I think he fits. He's the perfect guy that should come in at this time. Will he even want that? There's going to be a lot of job offerings in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern's job is offered as well, is available. So, I mean, it depends.
I think Xabi has, all respect to Liverpool, but Xabi Alonso has two bigger options waiting. I think Bayern Munich is a bigger option for him, and I think obviously Real Madrid is the one job that he's waiting for.
Those two jobs are the safer option for him.
And I think bigger. I think bigger too as well.
Yeah.
Like he has a chance to win a Champions League every single year.
Right.
There
And Barcelona.
I don't possibly. I mean, Xabi. You think he's gonna go to Barcelona? Xabi Alonso?
He could. You never know.
No, I think. Listen, there is also one name that people forgot, especially for Liverpool. I think Julian Nagelsmann at Liverpool makes a lot of sense.
I haven't even thought about it.
What?
Which
I haven't even thought about Nagelsmann.
Well, Nagelsmann
I think this is what he wants.
Manager.
He wants like his a new experiment and stuff like that. And like he don't really play with a striker anyway. Fucking Nagelsmann, he plays with like a center forward. So I think they already have the pieces there. It's a massive club, so like it's not like Chelsea where obviously not sure, but it's not a mess like Chelsea and stuff like that.
Right.
So
That's interesting.
Julian Nagelsmann, De Zerbi, and obviously Xabi Alonso is also
which is a good shout because obviously we know that Nagelsmann is the Germany manager right now. If Nagelsmann does what?
First of all, I think again, respect to Nagelsmann, I think Germany like now with Klopp out. I mean, like they're looking at Klopp like, yo,
that's what I'm saying.
You're the one that can.
I think if you have
like they'll do that move with the Euros, like they don't care.
I don't.
That's gonna be a failure if it happens.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I can see a situation where Germany underachieves at Germany in the Euros. They sack Nagelsmann. That's a perfect opportunity for Klopp. So this is why I was going to bring up this conversation. What do you think the future is for Klopp? I think there's two options for him. I think it's either takes the Germany job if it's available, get a couple months off next year. That cycle continues for the World Cup. I think that's a perfect time for him. I don't think he comes in immediately. That's not going to happen.
You don't think?
No.
No, I'm
I
saying
think he
like
wants
a
a
club
break.
job.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's taking a year off regardless. Regardless, I don't think he's taking another job. I think it's either he goes to Germany or two. I think that Real Madrid job probably excites him a lot. I think it does.
Mhm.
I think with
And
Carlo
Barcelona, bro.
Ancelotti, I don't think he's not taking the Barcelona job.
Why not?
The reason
How are
why-
you gonna say that Xabi Alonso takes the Barca job but not Klopp?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I feel like you got it backwards,
because
bro.
I don't because the reason why he left Liverpool is because it was clearly not money.
Bro, I was
There
gonna
was
bring this
no-
up. I was gonna bring this up.
I
That
don't think he wants the stressful
the
job
ownership
like that.
is
This is
is like forcing him to leave. Is
Who?
like the point that
No, I
is
don't think
forcing
it's
Klopp to
ownership.
leave,
I
no?
thought I thought it's he's leaving on his own.
No, I saw reports that what's
He
their
said
group?
it's too much
FSG.
stress. FSG, yeah.
FSG.
FSG is like a big reason why it's like the reason why Klopp is leaving, which Liverpool fans like.
But he's
man,
been under
like,
FSG the
No,
entire
he's
time,
he's
bro.
but he's leaving because he feels like he hasn't been provided a platform where he can do better
he's
with
at
the
the top of the
team.
league right now, my guy.
With the top of the league for now doesn't mean they're gonna win it, nor have they even been close. Or well, they have been close, but you look at last season where they were. They weren't
Oh
that
yeah,
good. They had a great season. They had a great start to the season. That doesn't mean he's going to be consistently doing this every year, and he knows that. And if he's not being properly, if they're not going to have the proper investments for him to stay, that's why he's leaving. He's realized there's a lot of stress
and
to the
I will
job
say
because
this.
he has to do the most that he can with this team. He's maximizing him off pure managerial skills.
I also expect a complete rebuild. I think like Van Dijk has like a year left on his contract. or
Well, a
like
lot
year,
of those players, him,
year and a
Trent
half.
Arnold,
Bro,
Salah.
they asked Van
Well,
Dyke
I mean,
in an
Trent,
interview.
like Trent is gonna be like the captain. Like he's gonna take them into the next generation.
Let me
Van
ask you a
Dyke
question,
alluded
though.
to the fact that he's gonna leave anyway if Jurgen Klopp
Right.
is gone.
He alluded to it. It
Which he
depends. It
is.
could be in contract negotiations. We don't know what they do. But yeah, there's definitely a reason. Cause Klopp is like their dad, bro. Like losing a guy like him, it's hard for players like that have been there for that
Feel like their
whole time
dad?
that he's been there. Huh? They probably do feel that. Why not? I mean,
No, 100%. He's like
Right.
what Ferguson wants the United
But
player.
that's what
He's
I'm
the
saying,
boss,
right?
bro. He's the boss.
he's the guy. And then you have a person like him leaving. It's like Van Dyke was there. He was always there. So it's a different time. He's gonna have like players like Van Dyke are gonna see the situation, how it's gonna play off. Let's see what investments they do. But I think that Real Madrid job intrigues him a lot because he finally gets to be at a monster club where he can actually compete.
That's not like
Realistic.
that's the exact opposite of what he is. That's like him coming to Bayern. Like it's like it doesn't fit him. But I guess like it's like
But I think
you
at this point of his career, he probably would
what do you
take
call
that
it?
out.
It's you like you see yourself. What do you call
Yeah.
it? Like that whole expression,
What?
like you live enough to see yourself
Oh.
become the
Become the
villain,
villain?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think
You had to-
he's been such a like underdog with Dortmund and now
Yeah.
Liverpool that he can
Why not?
he'll end up at a monster
Yeah, why not?
heavyweight favorite club like
and
Bayern
it would-
or
You
And it
either
would
die
make
a
sense.
hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
yeah, there you go.
Right.
There you go.
And it would make sense. I mean, Mbappe's probably going. That's a player that he probably wanted for a very long time at
Jude
Liverpool.
Bellingham is a guy he wanted. He literally said it
Bellingham he
now.
wanted there. And I think there's a right back position available if Trent Arnold ever
And
wants
left
to
back.
leave Liverpool. So I mean, I think it's a good opportunity for him, and it makes sense to his timeline because I think he's taking a year off. He said that. He said, "I'm not going to no club for a year." That also equals the same amount of time that Carlo Ancelotti's contract is with Real Madrid, and it gives them both opportunities for Carlo to go to Brazil and become the manager if he's going to do that, and it leaves an opening for a guy like Klopp. Or they go to
Alright.
the Xabi Alonso route. They can go different ways, but
So-
that's what I think.
So, I want to run through these last few because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. Xavi leaves Barcelona. Nothing crazy, honestly. Who's surprised?
I think it's crazy. Why not?
Wow. Okay.
I'm not shocked.
Go ahead.
I mean, like
Go ahead.
I would have believed he would have gotten sacked.
I'm shocked
but
and I'm
him
not
leaving-
shocked because like they only like they're coming off a league title, no?
Yes.
I think like I mean his record in Europe is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, the European record's really bad.
But man, it's just like he was talking about pressure and the media. Like my guy, you're at Barcelona. If
Right.
people don't like, bro,
Literally played for
I
them.
said this before, right? Real Madrid and Barcelona, bro. Like, that's their life.
Right.
Like in that, like Providence or whatever they're from, that is their life. Their newspapers are all
Catalonia.
about that. They have soccer newspapers. They don't have newspapers about politics. They have newspapers
Right.
about soccer, and
You have Marsa.
that's it, bro. So, like, for him to complain about the pressure and stuff like that, yes, you are coming off a league title. Maybe you should warrant a little more respect, but you're also 10 points back already, and it's not even like
On their rivals.
not even February. You're
Girona.
you're behind a team like Girona. Like Girona is well ahead of them. Well ahead of them. So listen, is it like sudden and like you hate to see it, obviously for a club legend as well? Yeah, but it's also like, who are you gonna replace? You know, like who are you gonna bring in at this point? Unless it's a real manager, you should have just kept Xavi, because like Xavi at least like
Well, I think Xavi's
he
leaving
understands the club.
on his own accord. I think he's seen where the direction of Barcelona are going, and
And
he'll rather leave with some sort of respect. And I respect that,
But it
bro.
made no sense. But it
Why?
makes no sense because you got guys like Frankie De Jong literally going back to like this summer saying, "No, I'm here because of Xavi and because I love Barca."
Right.
You have guys like Ronald Araujo saying, "I will sign like I will stay here and I will
sure.
stay at Barca because of Xavi and because of his project."
How
You
much?
have
Bro,
guys
he
like
full-
Lewandowski
but
leaving
De
Bayern
Jong,
and coming to Barcelona. A big
right.
reason is because of Xavi persuading him of his project. All
Brother,
those guys now
Xavi-
Bro, you're
left
going
Xavi
to
folded.
You're going to Barcelona, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not. You're telling me a player is not going to sign with Barcelona because the manager?
Yes.
No,
I
bro.
think the manager has big, bro. Because like when you
Clubs
have
like Barcelona, Real Madrid,
So
it
I'm talking
doesn't
about
matter
elite
what
players who
manager
have
you
multiple
have there.
options. Like Arujo tomorrow could be at
No.
Bayern. Like, so he needs to be persuaded to stay here. Like
Tico, it's not
Lewandowski
the
was
Barca of 2009, bro. It's
It's
not
still
the Barca of
Barcelona,
2009.
bro.
It's not the
still
Barca.
Barcelona,
It's not the
bro.
Barca with Messi in
those
it, bro.
players
Do you
signed-
understand?
Real Madrid,
Barca,
bro. Real
Barca's
Madrid is the only
massive.
club.
Real
Barca's
Madrid doesn't
massive.
matter. Real Madrid doesn't matter who the manager is. Players are gonna want to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I
Yes,
get that. And I'm
that's
saying
true.
That,
Right.
yeah, right
That's
now because
true.
Real Madrid have maintained that standard. Barca have not. Like Barca have fell off a lot, bro.
They
a
have,
lot.
and they've had a lot of
They
failed
sign anybody. They
projects.
sign anybody.
Still.
They really.
They've
do.
also
They
had
sign
failed
anybody.
projects, bro.
Players like De
that's another
Jong, I don't
problem.
want you to talk about a guy like De Jong that says, "Oh, I don't want to leave because Xavi's here." Dude, you're getting paid 600K a week. Of course you don't want to leave, bro. Not even 600. You get 800K a week. Of course he doesn't want to leave, bro. That's what that whole situation with him in Manchester United was fucking bullshit. There's players on that
But
team
you don't think like
that are only
he'll get
staying
paid
because
close
they're getting
enough
paid
at
fucking
Manchester United?
ridiculous wages because they're in the situation that they're in because of the wages they're giving to these fucking players, bro. Who are good players? De Jong, I think, is a great player. Araujo is a good player. But, dude, you got to get rid of them. They got to go. They got to go.
All right, let's move on real quick. WWE, let's talk about it. Royal Rumble was it this past weekend? Yes, I believe so. It was this past weekend.
Yeah,
Royal Rumble.
Ah,
Cody Rhodes, 2 years in a row, Royal Rumble winner.
Shocked.
Winner. Tigu is definitely shocked because in the chat he was like, "Bro,
there's no way he wins. It's so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
CM Punk was
and then
gonna
Cody
win.
Rhodes." Listen,
Well,
and again, we got to run through this for time purposes, but Tiku, tell us how you think it should have went down, because I think I agree with you 100% on how you think it should
I
have went
think-
down.
Yeah, we
So-
talked to him when we seen a little bit. I think it should have been CM Punk winning, man, because winning the Rumble back-to-back years, it's just like, I feel like that's super anticlimactic. I feel like that's so obvious way to do it, where they should have done the twist a little bit, add something. They talk about the story. What hiccups have Cody Rhodes been through besides losing to Roman Reigns? Okay, he got injured. Fair enough. I like that. If you want to go with that, he should have won last year. If you want to talk about a hiccup in the story, add some shit to the story because it's so obvious that he was going to face Roman Reigns. But why did it have to be in a Royal Rumble? It should have been CM Punk. It was the anniversary, 10 years. The day he left WWE his last match was in the Royal Rumble. CM Punk comes back 10 years later during the Royal Rumble. Him to win it to a Royal Rumble that he never won before. To him to win it was perfect. Him set it up, him versus Seth Rollins. Perfect. I think it should have been CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, last two guys CM Punk winning, Cody Rhodes, the Shawn Michaels type storyline where it's like he needed to win, he had to win, but he didn't, and it adds more to the story. Then he goes to Elimination Chamber where he has to beat what is this, 5 other guys, 6 other guys. I don't know how much people in Elimination Chamber. That adds
6
more.
total, so 5 other
Had
guys.
to- right. So he had it adds more to the story where he has to fight and work and outlast 5 other guys, while after losing to the Royal Rumble, then he challenges Roman Reigns for the title. That's how I thought they should have done it. But
And I agree.
I mean,
I agree
as long-
100%. You're right.
Right.
It's so obvious that they're going to put Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And, like, obviously we know that. But, like, I feel like at this point it's obvious for a 5-year-old, too, who still thinks, like,
but
these
that's what
guys are
I'm
really
saying,
wrestling.
bro,
And
because,
the worst
like,
part is,
yeah.
it honestly looks like we know for sure that he's going to beat him, to be honest.
But that's what I'm
'Cause-
saying, because what the WWE like to do is they like to foreshadow stuff. So, like, the way you hear rumors about the Hulk Hogan, like Roman Reigns is so close to beating the Hulk Hogan thing. That's things I think the WWE are putting out there so people can try and think that they're not that, oh, you know what? There is a chance that fucking, what's his name, Cody Rhodes is going to lose. There's no way Cody Rhodes is losing back-to-back WrestleManias against Roman Reigns.
I wouldn't be
There's
shocked,
no way.
bro.
Bro, there's no way. I swear, there's no.
I really
way.
would not be shocked.
I wouldn't be
There's
shocked
no
either.
way.
Bro,
There's-
these-
If I'm them, I Cody
if
loses.
they do that,
Guys
if they
beat
do
him
that,
John
I'm not
Cena,
watching WWE.
The Rock
again.
back-to-back years, and then watch, and then like
If Cody's bro,
Punk had
if
nothing.
Cody's gonna lose, I'm not watching WWE again. It doesn't make sense. Why would he?
Why?
Lose?
Why doesn't it make sense?
no, I
Why
think
doesn't it make
I
sense?
think like time is up. Time is up for Roman. You know, it's a great run, but
Yeah.
Cody is such clearly like the next guy up that he needs to be champion.
Yes, of course. That's what I'm saying.
So I
Seago, how would you feel if Cody Rhodes? Sorry to cut you off, man. It's just an idea that spurred into my head. How would you feel if Cody Rhodes wins, and then Damian Priest cashes in?
I would literally throw up all over.
I would love that. I would love that.
I know. I would.
Daniel
I would
Bryan
hate
stuff,
it.
bro.
No, bro.
Just when you
Not-
think
but
you
not the
finally
Dan-
finish the story, they bring in another chapter. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but the guy that
Love
came and
that.
cashed in was Randy Orton, dude. Damian Priest? Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, I know. That's the only thing.
Stop
It
it.
can't be Damian Priest in that tight ass
Ain't
thing
no
he
way.
wears right now.
Do
bro.
that
He-
to like CM
change
Punk
that.
or whoever's gonna win it at WrestleMania for that World Heavyweight Championship. Not Cody Rhodes. The only thing I like,
No,
if they
the
would
Raw,
do that,
the Raw
Yoni.
after WrestleMania.
If he does lose, and I brought this up before, where he becomes a heel after he loses. That's the only way I can see it, where he's like, oh my God, I keep getting fucked up. I keep getting cheated on. You know what?
No,
Fuck
that makes no
everybody.
sense either. That
Fuck,
makes no
why
sense.
does it not?
Why does it not make sense?
No,
Why does it
'cause
not?
bro, like you're only a heel, like this, bro. Why would you do that to Cody too? He's such.
But that's
clearly the
what I'm
best
saying.
babyface
I don't-
in
I-
the world right now.
I
that-
agree. That's
And
what I'm saying.
a babyface champion
That's
is
what I'm
No.
getting. That's why
You
it
don't
doesn't
wanna
make sense
make-
for him
I
to
don't know about
lose.
You
better,
do
but
not.
bigger.
WWE.
There's no way you
You're
can
wrong.
salvage him losing, bro.
WWE
Sorry.
will never make the same mistake they made with John Cena, which was
No,
make him
Cody
such
Rhodes-
make him such a baby face that he can never turn heel again, which is John
Cody
Cena.
Rhodes will turn heel. Will
He
turn
has
heel
to.
once.
He has
He
to.
has to. Yeah.
Why not now, bro?
I think John Cena regrets it too.
Of course he does, bro. Of course he does.
Regrets it.
Dude, screw,
there's still
bro.
time.
Did you watch, bro? Total Divas. John Cena was literally playing a heel because he could finally have like free
No, he's
will
a
to do it.
psychopath, bro.
He,
That's
was,
why he
he
likes
did it on purpose,
Peacemaker.
bro.
You
But, like, yeah, 100%, 100. Bro,
That's
come on.
fine.
You
That's not
think
even a
John
heel, that's just
Cena,
like a weirdo.
Make a Wish, thousands of grants? John Cena would be like, kill the dog, bro. Like that's not. He was obviously heel. So I think, bro, Cody Rhodes, come on. You get to eliminate Hulk Hogan's streak, which none of us want to stay there. You get Cody Rhodes to turn into a heel. You can spin the story. Why does the story have to finish at WrestleMania, bro?
I
Why?
have a theory.
I'm willing to. Okay, go ahead. It doesn't have to finish at
Bro,
WrestleMania.
Roman Reigns cannot be champion any longer, bro.
You
So-
see,
Yes, he can.
No,
Extend
okay.
it.
I said I have a theory that the WWE and Roman Reigns are making his matches purposely bad, so the fan opinion can go against him. So when he does lose the belt, everyone's gonna be like super happy about it. I think that's like a purposely. I think because it doesn't make sense why every match is the same shit. There has to be like. a
But where's the
reason behind
relief? Where's the
And he's
relief
got
in
that.
Paul
that?
When he
Heyman,
loses,
so
when he
really makes no
loses.
sense.
So what?
When he
When he loses, it'll just be like finally. It won't be like wow, he can't believe
Yeah.
he beat. It'll be finally.
Yeah,
That's
it'd be
not
fine.
cool.
It'd be
That's
more
whack.
open because
Well,
a lot
honestly,
of
I
people.
don't even.
a lot of people last year didn't want Roman Reigns to lose to Cody Rhodes.
Roman Reigns should beat Cody Rhodes clean. That's
Okay.
a good ending to WrestleMania. Don't let
No way.
him win clean. Let him win clean.
Ah,
Turn
yeah.
Cody heel. Extend the Roman story with whoever you want. I do
With
not
what?
care.
How, bro? With
Let's
what?
get-
What do
Bro,
they
it's
have?
the same
Let's
people.
get
It's
to
the same
elephant in
people.
the room, though.
What's the elephant in the room?
The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
We said that though. We said that last year, dude. I mean, not last year. Last episode. Rock Roman doesn't need the belt. Doesn't need the belt. The honor, the tribal chief, the honor of it, the name of it is big enough in that storyline. It is. So
Oh no, okay.
so,
Okay.
Which and they could do it next year, easily. So
Well,
you
that's
can-
why I'm saying let the thing keep going, bro.
Roman loses.
Let Cody lose.
Let him go on a.
What are you
huge
gonna do?
hiatus for months.
What? Are you
Comes
crazy?
back. What?
You're gonna let Roman go on a huge hiatus and then main
Yeah.
event him versus The Rock? Who's gonna
Not a
want that
huge
main event?
hiatus till WrestleMania. Relax.
But you need to though.
I'm saying for a couple months, let Roman Reigns
The
leave
only-
after he loses, comes back, become like I want him to be when he comes back after losing the belt like a deranged lunatic. Like he's going crazy that he finally lost. He actually lost at one point. He goes against Solo. He goes against Paul Heyman, and he like everyone distance him, and then the Rock comes in and just fucking like, yo, what up?
Can I also
And then
tell you
Roman Reigns
another
beats
hiccup? Another hiccup in the story? You know why you can't have Roman lose? When does
Why?
Punk come back? In like 6 months, most likely?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the summer.
After Roman loses, Paul Heyman is gone.
Right.
Where's he gonna go?
He
The
could go to
original
different-
plan-
about-
no,
come
the
on, bro.
original
He could
plan
go
was
to
CM
guess
Punk.
what? He could go to
The original
Braun
plan
Breaker,
was
baby.
CM Punk.
Braun
Braun
Breaker,
Breaker's a
he could
beast.
go-
I was
he
thinking
could-
that as soon as I
Braun
said it, I was
Breaker,
thinking
he
it.
can go. He can be solo. He can be Solo's guy. Solo can go solo.
But Solo's
want
needed for
this.
the Bloodline story.
This
You're
is
gonna
what I
have
want-
Paul Heyman in the Bloodline
No
story
need.
again,
What's the bloodline story anymore, bro?
brother.
Like,
The story,
like-
The Rock.
like I said,
head of the
listen to me.
table.
Listen to me. Roman goes for months away from him. Nobody hears from him after losing. Nobody hears. Solo becomes his own person. He realizes, yo, dude, why did Roman abandon us? So fuck him. So
Nah.
Roman becomes the guy. I want Roman.
Speaking
and
of
The Rock,
foreshadow,
what I want when they have that WrestleMania moment, I want it to be exactly like Hulk Hogan and The Rock. I want Hogan to come in as a heel, but end up out of that match a face. And I think that can happen with Roman. Imagine a clean match, no interference between Roman Reigns and The Rock, and Roman wins. That can be something that changes the fans, and he can actually become a face off that. He really can. Just like after all the years of cheating, after all the years of fucking people over for the belt, you don't have it anymore. You're just here to wrestle for your honor. That can be a way to make Roman a face. And that's what they're going to do. Roman's going to be a face again. It's
Yeah,
so
I see.
obvious and it's been too long. And I think this is what the WWE want to do at one point, at least. So, I mean, there's so many different ways they can go about it, bro. I'm just bullshitting. I'm just spouting shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't even talk about CM Punk's injury, which obviously sad, but like, what can you say? All right,
Hey,
he's
it's
missing
just
out.
CM
Seth
Punk.
Rollins. Now it's like, what's gonna happen? Like,
Well, you know, I mean, the
Fucking
WWE.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be. I mean, he's been amazing.
and Drew
since,
McIntyre has to win.
He has to win. They could do a
Win
triple
what?
threat. They could be a triple threat.
bro,
him,
bro,
Seth
I'm
Rollins,
not
Sammy.
as big on Drew Mac.
Nah, I love Drew McIntyre, bro. He's got everything you want in the
He got his
championship.
WrestleMania main event.
Yeah,
Ahmed.
in front of COVID, bro. Do you not listen to the story, bro? Nobody was there.
Hey, okay, but
Imagine beating up
Brock
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, in front of nobody.
this guy, bro, to beat Brock Lesnar.
Why
You're
was-
cutting off. You're cutting
Bro,
off.
Drew
but
McIntyre is like
um,
the perfect. Like, bro,
I don't
he's a
like-
specimen.
I don't like Drew McIntyre either, to be honest.
love
But I think he should beat Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Well, Seth got to lose, bro. Like, let's.
Seth's reign is
Seth's
so whack.
It's
If we're
not
being
whack.
honest.
It's just very underwhelming.
Bro, he's got nobody to work with, bro. After Cody, who else?
You have so much talent in
Shinsuke
WWE. Come on.
Nakamura was
He should
good.
have worked with Jey Uso.
Bro, he should have lost to so many different people. He should have lost to fucking Finn Balor. Honestly, he really should have. that could have been a
Finn.
whole different story.
Told you
He
about
should have
Finn.
lost to him. He should have
Finn's
lost.
top
to
The
three in
him.
the
whole
rack.
point, the whole point of that title was so that it could move hands, unlike Roman's,
Right.
and then it doesn't
Yeah.
move hands, bro.
Doesn't. Well, but he's more active at least. But like,
Who
it's-
cares?
But those matches are like everything's the same shit. He gets beat up really bad and then comes back.
Just
It's
the
like some
ugly belt
super
too. I
scene.
hate that belt.
He's active
That's
just to
right.
fucking win every match. Like, I don't
Yeah, it
care if
doesn't
you're
make
active.
sense.
I want it
Like,
to
bro,
be
you
active
can
and
lose
change
it
hands.
and you can win. Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like from like Survivor Series to the WrestleMania, Seth Rollins can like lose the belt and win it again. Why does he why did
Easily.
he have to hold it throughout the whole? That's why now it's fucked up now. Because they made him beat everybody so he can first CM Punk, and now CM Punk's injured. And now you fucking fucked up Finn Balor, you fucked up Drew McIntyre, you fucked up Nakamura, all these guys that probably had a great case of winning the belt for nothing now. Now you're stuck. And even Seth is injured now. It doesn't make sense, bro. But I remember talking to Matt. Remember I sent you that card what it could have been Gunther, Brock, Seth Punk, Roman Cody.
I know, bro. I wrote
Now
the
it's
entire card down, bro. It was
fucked up.
loaded.
Loaded. Now it's still good, but fucked up.
That's gonna be stellar.
Yeah. Sucks. It is what it is, though. That's wrestling.
All right. Anything else we missed? I think we're good for today's episode.
Maybe at
Um,
UFC, but I don't know if you guys want to talk about that. We got a little.
Fight night. Any
Fight
important fights? Any important fights we can go over in like a minute?
It's actually it's a big fight night. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I had the wrong one.
Oh shit.
This guy's
Hold on.
guys gonna talk about like fucking.
When is?
Dolidze versus Imavov, bro. Get out of
bro.
here, bro.
Turn
Yeah,
that
it's my
shit off,
bad.
bro.
Oh, Renato Moicano versus Drew
Oh,
Dober.
wow. The
Joe
guy that
That's
talks in-
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
the guy that talks in third
No,
person.
I was talking about the Moreno versus Royval card. That's pretty good, but that's in February 24th.
All right, we'll get there February
fight?
24th. That's like way down, bro. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was fun. I'll say that. Personally,
Yeah,
I
it was
had mad fun.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all that. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Later.